Football offered another thriller as the Old Geezer Bowl went down. The Steelers fell to the Cincinnati Bengals 33-31 on a late field goal. Good news for the Dallas Cowboys. It appears CeeDee Lamb will be returning for Sunday's game after missing the last three with a high ankle sprain. And our high school football game of the week is a neighborhood rivalry as Southwest takes on Southwest Legacy. Pregame at 7. Kickoff is set for 7:30 right here. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, is this thing on?
Mine on? Yeah.
Good morning, everybody!
Got the show started.
Hey,
Hello.
what day is it?
Check.
You still on the flight?
Oh, yeah, probably. It is a Friday, baby. How we doing? I'm AJ. He's Rob. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm a little tired, a little sleep deprived. Whirlwind, cannonball run to Vegas, and didn't treat my body well over that time period.
Okay.
And
We were passing the hat for bail. I had a cash app.
oh,
I had a
good.
cash app thing working.
Yeah, we started something.
Well, I'm glad.
So,
I'm glad
Nick
that
and I are going to dinner tonight. I don't know what.
no,
your
just
plans
keep it a
are.
running savings.
Yeah.
That's the way we should do it. We should have a show savings account set up for just
Kinda like
in case.
Like a medical savings account. We
Yeah,
just we
yeah.
just have a bail visa
Yeah,
that goes directly to AA Best
Oh,
Bail
flex
Bond.
spending?
Yeah, like our flex spending bail visa.
It's like bail for me. If ICE catches Vic, we'll have to get him
That
out.
means in December, one of us is going to have to go to
Yeah.
jail because we're going to have to use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it.
So December, Vic,
Yeah.
So we're just gonna draw out of a
You're
hat.
up.
Who's up? Whose turn is it?
go pick a fight.
That's funny. Yeah, but it's good to be back in town already and back on the show. I missed the show.
Oh, did
yesterday.
you really?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I
just
missed
slept
you
right
guys.
through that one.
Missed you guys. How everything went okay? I suppose.
It was
you guys didn't
possibly
burn
the
the
best
house
show
down.
ever aired off this station. Oh man, it's a trudge, man. 4 hours sitting on the desk alone, man. That's a long run.
Oh, I know it.
That's a long one. We muddled through.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you
Muddled.
glad you guys survived. Glad you guys survived. It ended up working because my dinner.
It looked good. Looked good.
I ordered the steak. My associate ordered the lamb chops I said, I thought about ordering the lamb chops. And he said, I've never tried them. I'm going to give them a try. They came out and they were huge. And he said, I can't eat both of these. So if you want one of these lamb chops, it's all you.
So you went full on lion.
I
And
did.
ingested 3
I
pounds.
ate it
of
all.
Animal
How much were
flesh.
the lamb chops? Curious.
How much? I bet the lamb chops there probably run about $85-$90.
I think they were 80,
Jeez,
89.
What?
The steak for one was $115.
Okay.
And that's the way they do it.
Yeah.
Like you can
Is
order
it a
steak.
T-bone?
It's I think it's a porterhouse that they
They only
okay.
serve you one cut of beef. It's just the level of beef you want.
yeah, and it's 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah,
It's-
just like how many you feed.
How many are you feeding?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if we
okay.
went, we would order steak for 3, and they'd bring out a steak that's
Yeah, for 3.
yeah.
Okay.
It'd be difficult though if you were ordering different variances of doneness, right?
Yeah, that's the problem my wife and I run into.
Yeah.
But she'll accept rare. She will not accept blue. But
yeah.
He sent a picture of it last night.
Yeah.
Pretty beautiful piece of meat, but it would have been so much nicer cooked.
My wife looked at it too. She was like, "That's too rare." She likes hers
No.
rare. Don't she likes
And,
it more rare
the
than
crazy
me?
thing
but,
about a
yeah.
well done blue steak is you almost see what appears to be a smoke line. You know what I mean? A smoke ring, because it's done to X, and then anything past that is red.
yeah. Yeah, it's almost like purple. The
Yeah,
meat is like
Yeah,
purple.
there you go.
It looks like a 3-hour smoke line, but it's just the sear.
Still moving, right?
Yeah.
Still flinching. It's
I like
flinching a
this.
little
A
bit.
little bit of a twitch going on.
It's the nerve endings are still kind of
It
alive.
kind of
Yeah.
screams when you put the fork in.
Yes.
Ah!
Yes.
That's how you like it.
Why?
You've served your purpose. You've run your race. Cal.
But in the creamed spinach. Oh.
That sounds good.
And
I'm gonna try
That must be that's good stuff.
And you know what I had that I never order, and I said I'm just gonna do it, and I felt a little bit silly doing it, but I didn't care. Espresso martinis
My wife is down. That's not for me, but my wife loves them.
is very delightful,
Yeah.
very delightful, and it's got the little crushed bean.
Mm-hmm. No, but there's some chocolate involved with those things.
Yes,
I get it.
Good dinner drink. I had a couple of those.
Did you have that pre or post?
Pre?
Pre.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's the great thing about being having the status there at Caesars is 4 free every day you walk in there, 4 free drinks up to $25 value each. So which is pretty much that's what nice cocktails
So you get
are
$100 in drinks a day
every day. Now you don't have to use them on booze. You can use it at Starbucks. Like you could go to Starbucks and say, "Hey, give me a venti whatever triple mocha blah blah blah."
and 3 for my friends.
Yeah, you could do that, or you could go get 4 old fashions. That's what I did for my
Every
after
day.
party. Yeah, they'll keep you boozed up.
And they figured they'd get you in here, get a little liquor in you, and maybe you'll start throwing the dice.
I think that's the plan. That's the plan. Now, unfortunately, this was probably my last trip with that
What was
level
the
of
crowd
status.
like? I'm curious I've been reading that attendance in Vegas generally is down. That there's just not as many people going. Did it feel that way or?
Did not feel that way to me.
I'm just
I mean,
saying. I'd read in my experience, I didn't feel that way. But I'm only there for event weekends. I'm never there for anything off. I'm always there, covering something.
I do think there is a reality that Vegas is no longer a
cheap getaway.
a budget destination.
Right.
It's just not. It's everything's extremely overpriced.
Well, that'll drive away all those folks staying up the strip.
Yeah.
Now downtown's kind of cool. Normally it was the downtown business that would suck. But
Yeah.
I think that we talked about, like, if I'm going, the money it costs just to even stay at like the dump. Well, I'm not going to say dump, but the lower end Luxor.
Yeah.
What's the circus one? Circus. What's the night one?
That's Excalibur.
Those
Circus is a different level.
the low end kind of. That's when
I wouldn't
you're a
stay at
step away.
Circus. I don't think.
Ever.
I don't think
Right?
I would. No.
The sad thing about it is I've taken some basketball teams there where some kids ended up staying over there. So
Yeah. I think I'm out on that. But yeah, I think
you
if
think those would be closing because who's going to go and spend all kinds of money?
I think if I were there going by myself or with my family, I guess, or whatever, with my wife, and I was paying for it all on my dime, I think I would go to Fremont, to Old Vegas.
Yeah, I think downtown's gotten cool.
Yeah.
Circa's a great gig, but that's adults only. So
my hotel room, which was comped, but on a Wednesday night, would have been $299.
See, that's nuts. That just doesn't seem like Vegas to me. I mean, it's a wonderful hotel, and you put
it's a
that
great
same
hotel.
place anywhere in the country, they could charge more.
How much
but
is it on a
Vegas,
weekend?
you should knock $150 off the top
Yeah.
because I'm going to spend that downstairs, man, and more.
Yeah. Well, now they know. Well, you're going to spend that.
Yeah, I
and
know.
You'll spend it there,
I
and
still
you'll
have
spend
the
it
old
there.
man attitude about what Vegas was.
No,
you know what I mean. I
I
remember the 3-night weekend at Caesars. You'd get that thing in the mail. Like, if you'll come next weekend, 3 nights free, and there's 150 in chips waiting on you. This is before all the M Life stuff was really kicking in. And you just get those letters in the mail. Like, I'm all right. I'll see you then.
I think that's gone.
That's
I think
long,
those days are gone.
long gone.
And you cannot play a hand of blackjack in Caesars for less than $50.
I wonder if it.
What?
Yeah, that's about typical.
Well,
Just
I
is.
mean, there's still
I mean,
places
you can go
on the strip.
downtown and play $15 hands. That's why I love going to the El Cortez, baby.
Yeah,
Grab a 16-ounce can out of the bucket, sit down and play $5 hands of poker.
Yep. Well, it's a different world these days. Different world
I
these
miss
days.
it. I'm due.
But yeah, I mean, I had a good time. Don't get me wrong.
It's been a couple months.
But again, I had a lot of perks.
Yes.
So it was.
Well, I'm glad you reined all those perks in.
Yeah, got to use them up.
Yeah.
It's use it or lose it.
That's it.
It's like your timeout going into halftime. What are you gonna do?
Now you can spend all that extra cash down there at the Kashada.
That's where I'm going to take my money from now on.
Where that money goes a little bit further.
That's right. That's right. Now there's no Nobu or Peter Luger in Kashada, but you know what?
There's a fine Shoney's just in the parking lot.
About
Good
10
place.
miles down the road, there's a little a boudin spot that'll treat you just right, Bubba. Now you might walk out with some.
Yeah, that's a
infectious
Michelin
disease,
meal.
but
That's a Michelin meal.
About as good as it gets. All right, let's. We got a lot to do today. It's a Friday. It's a football Friday, so we got plenty of football to get into, and included. We'll start with what happened last night. We'll do that next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Mostly road work to get your way this early morning. 281 northbound, that connector to get onto 1604 headed westbound. That road work is blocking the left lane of the connector ramp. 410 southbound Freeport over 235 southwest side of town. That road work is only the left lane open, and that is causing about a 20-minute delay. Slow from Ray Allison. I-10 upper level eastbound Calabria to Frio. Road work has 2 right lanes blocked, and that stall on I-10 eastbound Callahan now off to the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
We are in October. You know football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in all the action where you can make picks and win money here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. Pick your favorite players, whether they're going to go higher or lower on predicted stats. Passing yards, touchdowns, rushing yards, that sort of thing. Get all your picks right. Your entry turns green. You're going to win money. In fact, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Another episode brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but Prize Picks, well, I'll tell you what, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season. As the basketball season begins, Prize Picks is here for you. And whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or any kind of sports fan, there's always the games to be played. Prize Picks is the best way to win cash if you're a Spurs fan. More than Victor all the time. Heck, it only takes about 60 seconds to make your picks, and you can turn those picks into cash. It feels so good being right. Now, I told you about Wemby. Dak's on an MVP kind of run. I like the more thans with Dax all season long. On Prize Pick, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose the Flex Pay, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. Up to 2,000x, no matter your play. Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-885-3663. That's 800-885-3663. 800-885-3663.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
And a crossfire hurricane.
Oh, yes. What a song. God bless you, Mickey.
God bless you.
God bless you, Mickey.
And your little British self.
How's everybody doing on a Friday? The Week 7 got underway last night.
Yes, it did.
A victory for the Cincinnati Bengals.
For old men in general. I would say, in general, old men are feeling pretty good today.
There was the one moment where, with a little over 2 minutes left in the game, when the Steelers scored the go-ahead touchdown, and Aaron Rodgers was doing his thing where he runs off the field and he's hyped, and one of his big offensive linemen runs up behind him to hug him, and he ends up tackling him to the ground, and Aaron Rodgers gets up and starts pushing people. It's like, bro,
get off me,
bro. What the? Come on. It's embarrassing. That was.
You know I can't hold you up.
That was my favorite part. That was my favorite part until the Bengals came back and won the football game. That was actually my favorite part. Aaron Rodgers losing the game. But either way, a 2-point win for the old fighting Bengals, the fighting Joe Flacco's. And I mean, listen, I'm not saying Joe Flacco is still got something special. The guy could still play a little.
Well, there's like 4 quarterbacks that have done what he's done as far as throwing 3 touchdown games with 4 or 5 different teams. Last night was ridiculous. And the irony of last night was the game was won with his legs. What a brilliant play
he did
call.
Have a big run.
That run won the game.
Very important run, yeah.
in the annals of when we look back on the numbers, we won't remember that run, but the run and the play call won the game.
Yeah.
The scramble, that's what changed it. I heard it described this morning. I wish I could tell you who said it, but and to give them credit, but they described him perfectly for me. He's like a basketball player with a great jump shot that travels. He can deliver the ball to receivers. It doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter his age. Yeah, he's a statue, but he gets the ball to receivers.
Oh, yeah.
And the ball is not any slower. He still delivers it on time, on target. He throws a great ball, and it's a great jump shooter. It doesn't matter where he is.
He is a professional quarterback still. And there's to see the difference between what he was doing and what Jake Browning was doing.
It's night and day. I can see
listen, man, and this is why guys that have all these physical tools, there are these young guys, like a lot of it's the reason why they don't work out is they can't figure out how to process things. And Joe Flacco has figured out how to process things. And he's never panicked. He's never, he's not world class, but what we saw last night is he gives this team a chance
for the time being. Well, running the football did help last night. And God forbid the Steelers press on the edge. I don't know what's going on there. There's some questions about the Steelers' defense all night long.
But I've been saying the Steelers' defense is just
that edge
due for exposure.
Those edges are in trouble. But he delivered the ball on time, on target, and a team that was playing at home. Now, they'd have lost that game in Pittsburgh. They wouldn't have won. But at home, right time for the momentum. They needed the help from the crowd to get that thing moving, and it worked. So they get a game under their belt, and as we thought when they made the deal, they feel like with a functioning quarterback, you don't even have to be great. You just got to be good to get it to those wide receivers. We'll be okay till Burrow arrives.
That's the hope for them.
It feels like the plan so far so good.
And their upcoming schedule, manageable. Jets and Bears are their next two at home, and then they're at Pittsburgh and then home to New England.
Well, if you go 3-2 over the next 5 weeks with Flacco, I think you're a happy team.
And they're only, they're one win behind Pittsburgh in the division.
Right. That last night was such a pivotal game because Pittsburgh wins. I don't know how they lose the division. At that point, what do they have, a 3-game lead if they win again last night? So, it made that competitive. And yet again, proves to us, I think, that they believe Burrow will be back in the next month.
Well,
or at least 5 weeks. I think he'll be back after this little stretch you just talked about.
The updated odds on the AFC North, Pittsburgh Steelers plus 120 to win it.
Which is probably right. But
the Baltimore Ravens are plus 135. They are the second favorite.
How? Why? I know that you can bring Lamar up and you can bring Derrick Henry up, but what have we seen in 5 weeks of football to tell you that this team has any possibility of turning around?
I don't know. The Bengals plus 450. So
I give them a better chance.
I do too. I think there's value on the Bengals there. Browns 45 to 1. That seems,
their defense is going to keep them interesting, but they're
they're not going. They're not going anywhere. But and also, the Browns are 1-5.
Yeah, but their defense is going to play a role at somewhere. They're going to keep things interesting because they're going to beat somebody.
But how wild is that? The Browns are 1-5. They're 45 to 1. The Ravens are 1-5, and they're the second favorite.
See, I don't see what obviously some money types see. I don't see it.
Well, either way, certainly made it a little more interesting and gives you again. I've been waiting for the shoe to drop on these Steelers. I don't know if, and here's what's crazy about what the Bengals did. Hendrickson didn't play in this game.
It didn't help his hand much, but I don't think that, unfortunately, Pittsburgh didn't take advantage of that.
No.
For whatever reason, they didn't run between the tackles.
No.
So, they didn't. Cincinnati certainly didn't miss him, but they didn't have to miss him. There's a lot of questions at the play calling last night with Tomlin. Curious game.
And Pittsburgh upcoming schedule, Packers, Colts, Chargers are their next three.
They're in trouble, man. They're about to lose 3-4 out of 5.
It wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
And I saw some people saying last night, like, Aaron Rodgers is still pretty good, and
he's still okay. He's not terrible, but no. We should be looking at him like people are looking at Flacco. You're here for a short time, not a long time. Just find somebody to be here when he's done because there's not a lot left there. There's just not.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know where Aaron Rodgers is at. I don't think he is still a good starting quarterback in the NFL. But that's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, he's got a nice deep ball. They were on the road against a division opponent that hated him and had the lead with 4 minutes to go. I'm going to give them credit where they are, but he's not a great quarterback. He's a low average quarterback. When everything works right, he'll deliver the ball just like Flacco. I mean, they're in the same boat. We just look at Flacco a little bit differently because he was the savior here for just a short time, and Rodgers still believes he's a Super Bowl quarterback.
Yeah,
well, then you're so far from that, brother. It's not even a conversation.
Well, he was also playing against
a
horrific defense that was missing their best player.
So, and you do what an average player does against a terrible defense. You keep you have a lead, but you didn't win.
All right, let's start looking ahead. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule. Oh, you know what? Maybe on the other side, we'll talk a little bit of baseball quick, and then we'll get into the football in the 7 o'clock hour. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Mostly road work to get in your way this early morning. 281 northbound, that connector to get onto 1604 headed westbound. That road work is blocking the left lane of the connector ramp. 410 southbound Freeport over 235 southwest side of town. That road work is only the left lane open, and that is causing about a 20-minute delay. Slow from Ray Allison. I-10 upper level eastbound Culebra to Frio. Road work has 2 right lanes blocked, and that stall on I-10 eastbound Callahan now off to the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com.
Prepare for a cosmic convergence like no other. SpaceCon 2025 landing in San Antonio October 24th to 26th. Meet legends from across the galaxies. Elizabeth Olsen, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany, Ian McDermott, Karen Gillan, Carrie-Ann Moss, David Duchovny, and more. I've been waiting light years for this. SpaceCon 2025. The universe is ready for you. Tickets available at spaceconsa.com.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Buy a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom at the low price of $33,999 plus 2.9% financing for 72 months. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Lease a new 2026 Colorado for only $299 a month. No dealer add-ons, and we deliver anywhere in Texas. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and top users make $200 to $300 per month.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STEER25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STEER25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code STEER25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
If you are 50 or older, it is recommended that you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're an adult 19 to 49 with certain underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, chronic heart disease, or COPD, vaccination is also recommended. Talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protectyourself. Furnished by the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Oak Cliff Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a Football Friday. We'll react to what happened on Thursday night and look ahead to a big weekend.
Cowboys, Commandskins on a Sunday. Texans play on Monday, and what a weekend in college football.
Absolutely, including the Aggies playing at Arkansas. The voice of the Aggies, Andrew Monaco, joins us at 3:30.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey now. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Oh.
Finally.
Dude. We're working a little overtime today.
Yeah, we are.
I guess I should
You gotta fuel like a champion, AJ. Fuel like a champion.
The 46th annual Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner. We are doing the
We're raising money for them
radiothon.
eggs. We got a bunch of biscuits we got to buy. We got 10,000 people coming over.
Yeah, we got 9,400 pounds of turkey, 6,250 pounds of stuffing they got to pay for. They feed 25,000 people every year, so it continues to grow, and we're here on, I guess, on KTSA. What's it go all day?
Yeah, it's a telethon all day long to get money in the door so the kitchen can be staffed and fully functioning for the biggest thing of this sort in the United States.
Yes, and Rob and I will be on the air from 12 to 1, which, listen, I'm all for helping out charitable causes, but
I hope they have a good green room.
You got to have a 2-hour break after my show. I mean,
for the talent. But hey, we're excited about being there. And if you are planning on giving, you can hold off till then. And if you're not, go ahead and all we ask is a little bit of your money. That's all we ask.
Yeah. That's all we ask.
Just a little bit of help. That's all.
Joe earlier said he one of his life goals is to get so good at blackjack that the pit bosses won't let you play.
You do you?
As someone who's not allowed to play at a couple of casinos in Vegas.
Oh, really?
It ain't that good. It ain't that good of a thing. It's a lot better. It's
You're
great.
looked down upon or what?
Well, it's just like it can be a little bit embarrassing.
Okay.
But also, I mean, it also means that you've won, so that part's not that embarrassing. But like my cousins who come into town and they like to go to South Point.
Yeah, that's the local gig.
And South Point, it's a good. It's nothing fancy, but they've got 3-2 blackjack, which is
it's for the locals.
Everybody else paying 6 to 5. They pay 3 to 2. That's the place to go. But now the last time they came in, I was like, oh yeah, we can't go play blackjack at South Point anymore.
Well, now maybe with your mustache, you might get away with it.
Do they have your picture on the
maybe
door?
No, but
with the new stash, you could go sit down.
Oh, yeah.
They could. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but like the way that they do it is, hey man, we understand what's going on here.
Okay.
We're not mad at you, but we don't want you playing here anymore. And they know your player card number, and so they say if you come back and try to play again, then we might be a little mad at you. And I don't know what that means, so I just say, well, I'm just not going to play blackjack there anymore. That sucks.
You're going to break your knees.
South Point, they won't let me play with blackjack or sports bet anymore.
It's funny. I get like
Jerks.
a hero's welcome. I get a hero's welcome. I pull up and they go, you can give it to us now, or you can give it to us later. But you're going to give it to us.
Well, when I moved to Vegas,
save the pain, and I can go ahead and give you a free meal now.
When I moved to Vegas, I wasn't that great at black. I mean, I was okay, but my buddy, like, he taught me the right way to keep track of what's in the deck, and he's also banished at a lot of these places. And he like when I got banned from my first casino, he was like the Palms. He was like, "This is great news." He's like, "You've really figured it out."
See, the level of sobriety required to even attempt that, I'm not anywhere near that.
Yeah, that's
you know
probably
what I
fair.
mean. The very idea of trying to count cards at 1:15 on a Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah.
After 18 whatevers I've been drinking that night.
I don't think I'll ever be taught that. Yeah.
Just hit me.
Yeah.
It's where are you at? You at 17? Okay. Tell me when you get to 17.
I'll get another one.
And if you don't, then I'm gonna stay. Just tell me. Get me another drink, please.
Did you see Ace Frehley died?
I told you, man.
Yeah.
You had your headphones on. Yeah. No. Sad day. And the thing is, they didn't know it was Ace Frehley.
Because he wouldn't have the makeup
They were
on.
going through his pockets and they found the face paint. Said, hey, this is Ace. He has the silver eye stuff. What a sad day.
R.I.P.
Feeling old
to the spaceman.
because he died because of a fall.
I guess. So what? Didn't we were talking about Kiss earlier this week? Because there was someone named Peter Chris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We were talking about Roos Chris
Right,
and
we went
Peter's
there.
Chris, and then Peter Chris, and now Ace Frehley dies, 74 years old. Not a great run.
Well, I mean, I feel like at 74, the life that cat lived.
I guess so.
He packed some time in there.
Yeah, maybe
He
you're
packed some
right.
more
That's
years
probably
than
pretty
74.
good. 74 is pretty good.
Considering what he did to his body, I'm sure that he outlived some expectations. But yeah, rip, man. We all feel a little older today. The world is a little bit less interesting without the Ace Frehley walking around.
Gene Simmons said he was a soldier of rock. Our thoughts are with Jeanette, Monique, and all those who loved him, including our fans around the world. We are devastated by the passing. He was.
And he fell?
Yeah, he fell evidently in a studio a couple weeks back.
Excuse me, I was
he was
talking.
doing the eulogy. So.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Gene Simmons talking here. He was an essential and irreplaceable rock soldier during some of the most formative foundational chapters of the band and its history. He is and will always be part of Kiss's legacy.
Dude, you act like you're the guy. There were several of you.
No,
I mean, seriously. Like there were several in the band. Yeah, you were one of them.
Well, yeah.
You act like he was replaceable. Like, of course he was, because there were only 4 of you.
Excuse me.
I squared off against him. I don't know why.
Did he talk to you like that?
Oh,
Did
he
say,
squared up. Like he said something like, "You got a problem, bro?"
Do you plan on striking me?
No, it wasn't striking me. Those weren't the words that he used.
Hey, mother. Did he raise his voice? I just feel like he always talks in that same tone, no matter what.
He has a look.
Yeah,
that's kind of scary.
Yeah,
he has a look.
What a good song.
Weird hair.
No, he does have weird hair. It's kind of.
Who are we to
on him.
judge? Who are we to judge?
It worked for
Rob
him.
can judge. Me and you, though, Vic. We're in no place to judge. We're in no position to judge people's hair.
It worked for him.
See?
But it
looks like a helmet.
Yeah, it's a weird hair. It's like he put it on.
Yeah.
Right.
What a guy.
He put it on before he left.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a guy.
What a guy.
All right.
Sad day, man. A lot of people's first concert was the Kiss. At least my age. A lot of people's first
was it
show
yours?
Kiss. No, mine was Foghat.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Mine was the Barcays.
Which would I'd prefer the Barcays
At the
than
Hemisphere.
Foghat.
At the Hemisphere.
Yeah, well-
Yeah.
All right, let's hit a break. We'll wrap up the first hour of the program. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
An accident or injury can derail your life in an instant, leaving you struggling to pay for medical bills and daily expenses. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe every Texan deserves justice, no matter their financial situation. That's why we offer our no-win, no-fee promise. You don't pay us unless we win your case. We know how difficult recovering from an accident can be. Let us handle your case while you focus on getting better. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo, No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
We are in October. You know football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in all the action where you can make picks and win money here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. Pick your favorite players, whether they're going to go higher or lower on predicted stats, passing yards, touchdowns, rushing yards, that sort of thing. Get all your picks right, your entry turns green, you're going to win money. In fact, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you're going to find it?
I think so. I found it.
Oh, yeah.
Rip, brother.
Yep. My first concert I remember going to was Willie Nelson at the Astrodome. But my dad told me that when I was 9, and I don't know why we went to the Astrodome a lot, but I don't remember this being a thing, but it was like there was some Miller Lite presented this huge concert thing that was raising money for Special Olympics, which I didn't even know existed in 1989. Like when I think back about this.
Well, you got to remember the time. We put on a lot of benefit concerts. That was the era of Farm Aid and Live Aid, and this was just another one of the, I remember this thing.
Okay, but it was like ZZ Top,
I remember this
The Who.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Stevie Ray Vaughan and the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
I remember when this went down. I was in College Station at the time.
Okay,
yeah.
So my dad says I went to that show, and I don't remember it.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't have any like real core memories of it. But the first one I remember is going to see Willie at the Astrodome. But yeah, I never saw Kiss live.
I did once, but I was much older.
I never realized. This sounds terrible when I say it, especially when we say it on the day that Ace Frehley died. So, I kind of feel bad. I guess he died yesterday, so I can say it now. I didn't realize that Kiss wasn't like a gag band until...
Well, got to keep in mind they kind of were, because they were
but there
a band.
Are people who take it very seriously, and believe their music is actually good.
They had big hits, but they were kind of one of the first merch bands. I mean, they had action figures. They made a movie of, like they were cartoonish Kiss characters.
Yeah.
So they kind of transcended and became kind of a rock version of the Monkees. I mean, but they weren't. They were originally a real band, and they just decided to make some money. And went that direction. And that's why there's this, people my age, if you're between 55 and 65, Kiss was right at the start of your music beginnings. And it was never, the Kiss Army was real.
Yeah.
But it was more of because you could get their action figures, and they had movies, and it was more of they crossed genres, but that wasn't really a thing back then. So that's kind of why there's such a big following. I don't think people remember them for their music. I mean, Detroit Rock City, classic record because of its time.
Wanna rock and roll all night.
It was more of, it was just an easy thing. It was easy to be a fan because there are a lot of ways to be a fan. Lunch boxes, all that kind of stuff. Was just part of our...
You can buy Kiss caskets.
Oh, could you?
You still can.
Well, we're all dying.
If
there's fandom's checking out.
If there's
the
a
rest
thing,
of them.
you can buy it. Kiss label.
So that's kind of why.
My friend Lucas was like, when he was in high school, and I was like, who's your favorite band? And he was like, Kiss. I was like, no, really?
Yeah. That's kind of what... they're a periphery, but
I love Kiss. It's crazy to me. But, yeah, I just thought they were kind of a gag band.
Well, they kind of became that, but because it was also easy to be a fan. They got a lot of radio play, whether you like the music or not. They were, like I said, on TV and action figures and cartoons and the lunch boxes and everything else that went along with it in the late 70s. So, yeah.
Yep. What was I? I did mention that we were going to talk baseball in this hour, so I wanted to make sure we got that done.
In praise of another old man.
The LA Dodgers get the job done in
meh.
It's looking easy.
Yeah, meh.
It's looking easy. Let's just say that. It's looking easy.
It doesn't seem fair, man.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's it's over.
It's over. At least for the NLCS. You know what I mean? It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Now, the Blue Jays Mariners,
who knows, man?
Man, we got ourselves a series all of a sudden. The home team can't seem to win a baseball game.
Having been a part of a series that went like this, when the legendary Rocket Spurs series, when Akeem just destroyed David.
Yeah.
No team won a home game.
Yeah.
There's no fun in that.
No.
You know, I mean, the Rockets,
Sucks for
even
the
though
fans.
the Rockets carry it on, those suck, man.
Yeah, it sucks for the fans because, like, you might never, like, these Seattle fans who are so hungry for
anything. Yeah.
You know, Seattle's the only Major League Baseball team that's never even been to a World Series. And their fans are these are diehard fans. Like I as someone who spent a lot of time up there, I've been to a lot of ball games in Seattle. That is a very, very loyal fan base. I'd like to see them get this win, at least a win while they're at home. Just because these fans deserve that.
Are they playing 3 at home?
Yeah,
so they get one more.
Their last chances tonight.
I thought they were going back to Toronto. I'm rooting for Toronto just for an early night during the World Series. Although I'm still holding out hope that the dumper makes it to the show. Baby.
Although the Mariners are getting the early game tonight because obviously the other game's in L.A. But they get there's a 5:00 start.
Will they do the World Series if it's a West Coast 5:00 start for the West Coast every game? Will they do that for us?
I don't know. It's been so long since we had an all West Coast World Series. I don't really know how they'll do it.
I just get the fear that we'll have like a 8:15 first pitch.
Yeah, it certainly happened before. Like I remember the Giants and A's when it was like the late '80s. But I don't know. It's
stupid earthquake.
TV's different now. So I don't know the last time we had an all West Coast World Series and what if they're going to start it. I can't imagine they're going to start it, 7 p.m. local time for them and make the East Coast guys just.
I don't know, man. There's more rooftops paying attention on the East, so you'd think they'd start early. But
yeah,
what's the optics of a 6 p.m. first pitch in a half full stadium?
I don't think there will be half full stadiums, but there will be people taking off from work and.
In fact, if I'm from those towns, I want them to be early games.
I do
shut
too.
the city down for 2 days in a row.
L.A. it's going to be the same no matter what. But yeah, the Brewers try to stay alive tonight. We don't know who's going to pitch for them. Ohtani's going to go for the Dodgers tonight. So on a night where there's no football, it's at least worth checking that out. And then Kevin Gossman goes for the Blue Jays. Bryce Miller for the Mariners. That game's a pick'em.
I'll tell you what, Gossman's got a lot on his shoulders. He's got to go 5 innings, man.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go 5 innings.
Although, man, the last couple of days, the bats, if these Blue Jays bats keep going like this, they kind of figured it out. We talked about how, man, Blue Jays, how have they held down
they figured it out.
The Mariners have held them down, and now all of a sudden, okay, they can hit again. 21 runs in 2 games in Seattle.
That game was over about the 3rd inning.
Yeah. And quite frankly, this series, outside of game 1, which was a good game, it was a 3-1 Mariners win, every other game's been a blowout. It's 10-3, 13-4, 8-2. It's not, it's a 2-2 series, so it's competitive, but.
Well, I will say this about the way Toronto plays. They do remind me of the Dodgers in that there's always the threat at base, and they might not have anybody on, but they get those singles every other inning. There's a dinger. There's a run here, run here, run here. It doesn't feel like you've been completely assaulted, but you look up and you're down 6-0.
Yeah.
And it's just because they got a random 6-hole home run. Not random to them, but to most, like there's a threat all the way down the lineup, and they just kind of pile up runs, and then you look up and you're way behind.
Max Scherzer went 5 innings, 5 2/3 innings.
Yelled at his manager, I'm good, brother. Don't let me off.
3 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeyouts. Good day for,
good outing
for Max
old man.
Scherzer.
Yeah.
Probably more than Toronto was expecting.
Absolutely, it was.
Nice job by him. I'm still hoping Seattle wins this thing, just for my wife's sake.
The
I think.
dumper, baby. Like I said, they're an easy Sancha, but I like the offense Toronto offers. It would make for a fun World Series against the Dodgers.
I agree. All right. Let's start talking some football on the other side. We'll start with college. We've got a lot of college games this weekend. I want to pick Rob's brain on a couple of them. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
JD, do you ever ride a bike?
Beach bike, yeah, I ride the bikes.
So you got a fat tire bike?
Fat tire bike. It's brown over gold, and it's got a handy basket.
Oh, we've got JD's twin brother here.
Yes, DJ Ryan here. Hi, JD. No, and he'll crank it up. He'll crank it up to 14 miles an hour and ride with ferocious intent.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-924-7415. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit bigloot.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-555-1509. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-555-1509. That's 800-555-1509. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. 800-555-1509.
Guys, it's October, and that means it's time for Oktoberfest, which means in Texas, it's time for Karboktoberfest. That's right, it's an authentic Bavarian-style Marzen mashed with Vienna and Munich malts, cold fermented, and then aged for 6 weeks. This glass of malty deliciousness comes in at right around 5.5% ABV, features traditional hops imported straight from Germany to the Karbach Brewery there in Houston, Texas. Karboktoberfest pairs well with pretzels, bratwurst, but it tastes mighty fine on its own as well. Karboktoberfest, a Texas cheers to beers. It's here for a good time, not for a long time. You'll be able to find it all around town here in San Antonio, as well as their other fine offerings. We've got Love Street, that's their Kolsch Style Blonde, Hopadillo, their flagship IPA, Crawford Bock, Ziegenbach. There's something for everyone in their lineup. Find it all over town, all the stores, but also at select bars and accounts as well. When you're out and about, you're doing your thing, it's always better with a Karbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have about a 22 minute ride along 1604 westbound, I-10 to 281. 1604 eastbound Bandera to I-10, about 5-6 minutes. 10-12 minutes, 1604 northbound, I-10 to 35 as you make your way through the Live Oak area. Now, we just cleared that stall at I-10 eastbound at Ackerman. Still have the road work set up at 281 northbound. The connector to westbound 1604 is partially blocked. And just north of downtown, I-10 upper level eastbound Calabria to Frio 2 right lanes blocked with road work. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football offered another thriller as the Old Geezer Bowl went down. The Steelers fell to the Cincinnati Bengals 33-31 on a late field goal. Good news for the Dallas Cowboys. It appears CeeDee Lamb will be returning for Sunday's game after missing the last 3 with a high ankle sprain. And our high school football game of the week is a neighborhood rivalry as Southwest takes on Southwest Legacy. Pregame at 7. Kickoff is set for 7:30 right here. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.702 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning, everybody. Talk to Coach Schottenheimer coming up here in a little bit.
His DC finally stood before the press yesterday.
Oh, what did he have to say?
Oh, everything's fine.
He had to catch some bullets?
Just a few minor tweaks, and they're 85 Bears worthy.
I'm sure that's
tweaks.
Right around.
It's about the angle of attack, and once they get the angles down, here it comes, man. Doomsday.
Yeah,
redone.
Yeah, I'm sure. The college football week 8 is upon us. How about that, week 8? Dude, I'm telling you, it feels like it's going away. We're running out of football.
We're
running out of football.
We still got several more months.
Yeah, all right. Well, got a couple more.
I'm not ready to start feeling like that.
Okay. We got some games tonight. Louisville's at Miami.
This is a moderately important football game.
I think it is, and I don't understand exactly why we are looking at a 13.5-point spread here.
Well, Miami's pretty good.
Louisville's pretty good.
Yeah, I would say good.
I mean, they're 4-1.
Yeah, they're good. This is the kind of game that Miami, to really stake a claim, to really stake one, this is the kind of game you win. Not a rivalry game, not an in-state, we hate you and doesn't matter, throw the records out of it. This is a district game that has guys that your guys know. You know, that's a very personal kind of game, but not an in-state rivalry. You win this one big, I think voters give you a little, like a 1.5 for a win like this if you win it big.
I am going to back Louisville. The question becomes eventually, like,
how's Louisville's pass defense? They're going to have to defend the deep ball like they have not all year long.
I mean, is Miami going to go undefeated? Is that what we're looking at here?
Oh, it wouldn't be crazy to say that for an ACC team. I mean, it's not. That's a much more likely scenario than anything coming out of the Big Ten or the SEC or Big 12.
I would say this was probably like, I don't know. So the last two games for Miami, Florida and Florida State, obviously big rivalry
In-state,
games.
Throw it out kind of stuff.
Now, if there's going to be a sleepy spot, seems like this would be the one.
That's why I think you get double credit. If you go out and you beat and you cover against Louisville, you get kind of a, 1.5 kind of respect because you did come off of 3 hard-fought, rivalry kind of football games, and you beat a good team. Is this on the road?
It's in Miami.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's in Miami.
You beat a good team at home by 14 points. That's a good win for them.
Well, I'll pay to see it. I'll pay to see it.
And there's a reason why that point should be there because Louisville has something to prove. And if Miami manage it, I'll tell you what, Heisman might be imminent for quarterback.
Well, he's
You're
certainly
going to do
in
it
the
on national
conversation.
TV tonight. That'll be the only thing to see.
Nebraska, it's corn.
There's a whole other storyline here.
They are 5-1. They are now ranked top 25. Look at corn. They're at Minnesota. The Huskers, 7.5-point road favorites. I don't believe in Minnesota, but I'm not looking to lay over a touchdown on the road with corn.
And then there's the concern: are they distracted? Are they dealing with their coach flirting?
That's a reasonable question, certainly.
Because he's flirting.
Oh, I agree. And I don't know. This feels like a good team.
Who, Nebraska?
Yeah, but I don't know that they're anything particularly special. I don't know. I mean,
they got a good quarterback, and but who's a volatile quarterback. So when you get good, what's his name? The kid from Georgia.
Raiola.
Yeah, Raiola. When you get good Dominic, you get a good game, and when you get bad Dominic, you're in trouble, man, because he's got 3 interceptions in him at any given moment.
And Nebraska just doesn't run away from teams. I mean, they beat Maryland by 3. They lost.
It might be their best win of the
They
year.
beat Cincinnati by 3, which is also a decent
win. Cincinnati's not an quality win too.
I just don't. I'm not trusting laying a big number on the road with
Minnesota
them.
Sucks though.
They do.
I mean, they really do.
LSU is at Vandy. Vandy a 2.5-point favorite here.
Don't you love this?
I do, and I kind of agree with the line. I don't know. I mean,
I'm rooting for them. I know that.
I think I would maybe have made it LSU a point favorite, like just in my power rankings, but LSU's got injuries.
And the way Vandy played Bama, I know they lost, but they played Bama tooth and nail for 3.5 quarters. They fought. So that's a tough football team. LSU ain't going to offer them anything they haven't seen and aren't ready for.
I have been saying this all season long. I'll continue to say it. This LSU football team is not very good.
Right. And Bama's much better, and they sweated out a win. So I like Vandy.
We gave them a lot. And this is why, man, preseason polls are so dumb because we gave LSU so much credit for that Clemson win. And because Clemson was ranked, 4? They were ranked in the top 5 at the time. And LSU, we've said, oh, this team is elite. And
they're not as good. They're not as bad as we thought. I mean, they intercepted. I know Lagway has his own particular issues, but they destroyed him, and he had to rebound from them. They're a bad football team.
They got 5 interceptions and still barely won that game.
That got too much credit early. I will give you that, but they still have an upset in them. They're going to knock somebody down. It could be A&M. Could be whoever on this list. They still have that in them. There's too many good athletes on this team for them not to put it together for one game.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be this week, but somebody's going to suffer an LSU loss.
Total in that game is 48.5. I think it is a low scoring game.
If it gets there, Vandy wins easy.
Georgia Tech is at Duke, undefeated, 6-0, number 12 in the country. Georgia Tech at Duke. Duke, a 1.5-point favorite. I love Duke here. I don't believe in Georgia Tech. I don't think that this team is particularly great. They've got a good player, but again, if you go through their schedule, what's their best win? Checks notes, the Clemson Tigers. Okay, Duke's good, man. 4-2 in their building.
You know, I still have a memory. Didn't Illinois roll in there and beat them?
To Duke?
Yeah. I think in week 1 or week 2 they did.
Duke lost to Illinois at home. Yeah.
So if I'm Georgia Tech, I'm looking at that film. What did they do?
Oh well, I mean I guess that's matchable.
I think they probably ran the football, knowing Belema, but I want to.
I don't think so. I think Altmaier chucked it around.
Well,
on
whatever
him,
they did is what I do at Georgia Tech. I like Haynes King. I'm not as down on them as you are. I think he's that kind of quarterback wins football games on the road.
Here's what Illinois did. They forced Duke to turn it over 5 times.
Well, that'll help. That helps. I just have a memory of Duke losing at home to Illinois, so that gives me I'm always going to be hesitant all year long when they're playing at home because that's a game, given their record, it appears they should have won.
Yeah.
So what exactly happened? Well, 5 turnovers.
That'll do it.
I guess that's the script.
But I do think Duke is pretty solid, and not that I don't think Georgia Tech's bad.
I think Georgia Tech going to give them a fight. I just think Haynes King has now become a college quarterback in full. That you're going to have to do a couple of things to him to beat him.
Oklahoma's at South Carolina. Oklahoma 5.5-point road favorite. I don't know what to think of this game. The total's 43.5. I generally think it's going to South Carolina's not going to be able to move the football on Oklahoma.
No, they're not.
But Oklahoma's got a bunch of offensive line injuries, and Oklahoma has a quarterback with a gigantic question mark about him, so I don't really feel comfortable laying it with them. I think this is probably just going to be an underplay for me.
What's the line? What are we at?
It's Oklahoma minus 5.5. Total's 43.5.
They're a touchdown better than South Carolina anywhere.
I mean, even with
I think
Mateer playing, with Mateer's
hands
all busted up.
I don't think that line is that crazy. I think there's a little bit of revenge, a little bit of they left a little bit on the table against Texas. I would think that Venables is going to have them fired up.
I don't know the stats historically for Oklahoma. I would assume they're probably similar, but I know Texas. The week after that game, you don't bet on Texas. And my guess is
that's certainly the blood and guts, but they got beat. You know, this was a hard week of practice for them. They didn't expect to get beat the way they got beat. So I bet Venables tested their toughness this week. I think they're going to unleash it on South Carolina.
The number 1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes. They are
better every week
at Wisconsin, who absolutely stinks.
What's Wisconsin's coach, former Ohio State?
Oh God. Can't I think of his name right now?
I can picture him. Cincinnati, Ohio State, and here. They're about to end his coaching.
Yeah, Fickell. Luke Fickell. Yeah,
Luke Fickell. Your days are numbered, man.
Yeah, he's done for.
Mm-hmm.
And Ohio State's going to absolutely bury this team.
They are.
It's 25.5 on the road. What's crazy is they could be even better. Like they probably should be better.
We talking about Ohio State?
Yeah.
They're getting better every week. I'll give you that.
Like, Jeremiah Smith still isn't, reached full form. Like, he's been okay.
But I think he's got a touchdown, 3 straight games now?
Yeah, he's starting to come together,
that's their quarterback getting older by the minute. Yeah, Ohio State is very quietly because they've got just a difficult enough schedule to afford themselves incremental growth. You know, they didn't have to get great fast, but they had to go on the road to Oregon, and that mattered, man. Or Washington? I'm sorry, the Washington game. I think really changed things because Washington turned out to be a pretty decent team.
Yeah, that's a great win. That is a great win.
I think that kind of focused them into just get a little better every week because we don't have to be that great. We don't have to hit a home run to beat teams.
Michigan State's at Indiana. Indiana laying 27.5.
Newly minted coach, baby.
Got himself a lot of money. I could only look at Indiana. But
he's going to score some points to justify the dollars.
Michigan State in their 3 Big Ten games have given up 45 to USC, 38 to Corn, 38 to UCLA. I got a feeling Cignetti's going to put up a monster on these guys.
I think so too. I think this is one of those. Yeah, you paid me, and this is the goods.
This
baby.
is what you're. This is what you're getting here. Texas A&M. They are on the road, Rob, on the road at Pig. Arkansas is a 7.5-point home dog here. I don't know, man. 7.5. I feel like I'm back in Arkansas at that number.
That's a big number on the road. I'll give you without a tailback.
The first game of a 3-game roadie. You're riding high. You know you've got LSU on deck. This feels like maybe a sleepy game.
It's a rat poison game for sure.
And here's the other thing. I know he wasn't here for a long time, but Bobby Petrino was in College Station for a little bit.
Yeah, he knows the lay of the land.
He knows those guys.
Mm-hmm. A couple of them, yeah.
I think that he's gonna be
well with Jimbo before the mass exodus, but there's still some dudes around. No, he's an offensive genius. That's what Petrino's stock and trade is. So and he's got a quarterback who can certainly manufacture points. So there is a puncher's chance from Arkansas to get out there and kind of get A&M on their heels and get a lead to where you start getting Marcel pressing. I can see that happening. There's been a long time since A&M's been to Fayetteville. I mean, this is what made this game kind of important over the last decade was it was in Dallas. It was kind of a bowl game atmosphere. Even though it was Arkansas, every game was tight. I mean, and normally the winner or loser lost the next week because they got the hell beat out of them. So this is going to be a blood and guts game. It really is going to be the test. And as we had him on Wednesday of, what's the best thing about a road game? Well, there's no other distractions. So if you're going to play a team that's kind of on its heels, trying to figure out who they are, you want to roll up. This is the time to do it. Get used to it. Total
in this game is 59.5. And on paper, I would like the over just off principle. I don't think Arkansas is going to stop A&M.
No.
And I do believe this Arkansas offense is pretty good too. The problem is the weather looks crazy. Like this might be played in a monsoon.
Well, that fits A&M. They can run the ball.
Well, they can when they've got a running back.
Well, they've got a stable. Owens played most of last year. It's not like they're unaccustomed to him, and he's a solid SEC back. We'll see a little bit of drop-off, but I don't think there'll be much. This is all about the offensive line, and certainly Le'Veon's going to play on Sunday, but Owens could very well be doing the same thing. So I don't think there'll be a huge drop there, much less if they had lost one of their wide receivers.
All right, we'll keep digging into college football on the other side. Blue Star Tequila, this is a brilliant product, guys. If you have not tried Blue Star Tequila, why the heck not? 100% additive free. That means no flavoring, no sweetener, no coloring. This is just the goods, and it's unfiltered. Nothing added, nothing taken away. This is primo stuff. The Añejo just won double gold at the New York Spirits competition. Not only that, it won best in class, which means it beat out every other tequila that was in this competition. They beat them all, and some of these bottles were $800. This is like they beat out the highest of high-end stuff you can buy, the stuff that they keep behind the glass where you got to go find somebody, hey, can I get this fancy tequila? Blue Star beat that. Blue Star beat it. Why would you pay a lot more when you can get this Blue Star? It's such a great price, and friends, it was the least expensive of all the tequilas in that contest. It is also night harvested agave, and you might say, well, that sounds crazy. What's the big deal there? It is the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. It's better for the plants, and somehow it makes for a better drink. Don't ask me. It's science. It's plant science and tequila science. You can find Blue Star Tequila at Specs, Costco, Alamo City Liquor, and Total Wine. Give it a try. If you haven't tried it yet, they've got the Añejo. That's my favorite. Reposado, a honey reposado, and a Blanco. All of them are outstanding, but give it a try. That's Blue Star Tequila.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Buy a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom at the low price of $33,999, plus 2.9% financing for 72 months. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Lease a new 2026 Colorado for only $299 a month. No dealer add-ons, and we deliver anywhere in Texas. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
All right, here's the part of the interview where we've got to be jerks and ask you about the defense.
Yep. Can we get that out of the way early next week? After we talk about Travis Kelce's. Why don't we just jump right into that?
We talk about the important stuff first. We like to lube you up and put you in a good mood.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Good morning, everybody. Oh, what a day. Fred's going to go as Reinagel to the Rue Pub Halloween contest.
Get your white belt.
That's a good idea. It's a good look. If I had hair,
What are you
I
doing
would do
Halloween?
it.
What are you going to do for Halloween?
You
don't costume up?
I don't. I'm a grown adult, Rom.
What do you mean? That doesn't mean anything.
I'm going to be sitting home watching American football more than likely.
What night is Halloween this year?
I believe a Friday.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. A Freaky Friday. A Freaky Friday. I don't know. I'll probably, hand out candy, I guess. I don't know. I live in a neighborhood where I'm guessing I'm going to be
Probably will have to.
Yeah.
And it better be the good candy.
Or I could just put like an empty dish out on the porch and just say, "Take it till it's gone," and then like
I'd give out toothbrushes.
Everybody who comes up will go, "Damn it, they already took it all."
Toothbrushes and licorice.
I might say the sign might say full-size candy bars. Please only take one, and then have the empty bowl. Yeah. That's the. And then the kids go, "Oh, some jerk came and cleaned it out." But this guy's awesome. He gives out the full size.
Yeah, you show up with an empty bowl. Here come the tricks. I show up to an empty bowl. All right.
Yeah. Well, you got the sweet tooth. What do you do on Halloween?
Well, we have a party we go to.
Oh.
Every year.
Oh, the same party every year?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to have like a his and hers costume?
We normally do.
I don't like to dress up for Halloween.
No, I don't either.
Do you dress up for Halloween, Vic?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah, last year I was a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like a pretty complex costume, isn't it?
Nah. Now my friend has one. I just put it on. He paid for it a while back.
Oh, okay. So he already had the costume.
Yeah, I didn't pay for anything. Yeah, we just happened to be the same size.
Okay.
And then this year I wanted to be the Spaceballs guy.
Which one?
The Spaceballs white
dark helmet. Oh no,
not dark helmet, but
one of the stormtroopers.
Yeah, one of the stormtroopers, or the guy in the desert. That could be Edwin.
Border Jumper said AJ's already in costume with that ice stash. Maybe so.
There is that.
Yeah.
You could put on a mask.
Well, if I put on a mask and my mustache,
well, you
have
to cover it up to the mustache.
Okay.
I guess.
All right. Ole Miss is at Georgia. Ole Miss is a 7.5 point road dog here. Ole Miss undefeated, hadn't lost a game yet. Georgia only one loss. My first instinct was that 7.5 feels like a lot of points, but the reality is Ole Miss hasn't really played anybody yet that's like.
Yeah, well, Washington State slowed them down.
Yeah.
I mean, they scared them. I think it's if you're an LSU fan, I still think this is a very good football team. But my worry is there's film out on your quarterback, and I don't care how good he has played. I think he's been a product of system and lack of film. But what I saw with a Washington State team that had less than SEC athletes really kind of put the clamps on him, making him make decisions that I don't think he was accustomed to. I'd be a little worried about this quarterback over the next. He's going to have to prove it to me one more time before I'm all the way in.
Well, the defenses he's about to see back-to-back at Georgia, at Oklahoma.
I'm telling you, it just looked like he looked like a guy who was probably third string on the team the other day.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not it feels like a lot of points. I'm not going to touch it, though. I'm not going to back Ole Miss here. Texas Tech's at Arizona State. Tech, a 7.5 point road favorite, and this line has moved considerably because it seems that Leavitt is going to play, which, I mean, obviously you saw what they looked like last week without him.
This is huge. If he plays, it'll be moderately close, but Tech's better. Tech's on a roll right now. They win this one, they're on the upward. What's in their way? I mean, what's left?
BYU at home. That's probably it.
Yeah, I think they win this one, man. I think they're shooing for the title game.
Big 12 championship game, yeah. After this, they've got Oklahoma State, awful. Kansas State, awful. And then they've got that game against BYU, which I don't know what BYU is. That's at home, though. Central Florida, awful. At West Virginia, awful.
Yeah, I think they
played their toughest game. The game at Utah that Texas Tech went and dominated. That was, and then really at Houston.
That was
and they handled business easily. They do it here at Arizona State. Yeah, this team is
they'll finish 6 or 7 in the country.
They'll probably have a bye in the football playoff. Think about that.
And they probably should, given their undefeated status, I would think.
Man, yeah, I'm interested to see. I am interested to see what happens when they get tested. What happens when they play outside the Big 12?
I don't know when they're going to see it until they see it. Kind of like what happened to ASU last year. They get tested, they get beat.
Yeah, because this was their non-conference schedule: Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, Oregon State.
I don't think
that's it.
I think that you can survive as Tech doing that a couple of times, but they're going to have to start picking up some of those 0 and first week big games.
I think so,
they
too.
want to maintain status.
Memphis is at UAB. Memphis undefeated. Has also undefeated against the spread. Memphis and Texas Tech, the only teams that have covered every game this year.
You know, that Arkansas game mattered when they came back. Yeah, that's a big deal. That matters. That's a team that understands what they are.
That's right. Mm-hmm. They're at UAB, 21.5-point favorites on the road.
No head coach down there at UAB, right?
UAB with the dead cat coach bounce.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if they get the bounce after Dilfer. I imagine they do feel freed.
Dude, the stuff I was reading is the players are not upset about this at all.
Yeah, he seems like a real hard ass.
So I kind of expect a good showing out of UAB. 21.5's a lot. Memphis is really good though. Yeah. There's no doubt. Oregon's at Rutgers. Oregon sucks. Let's call it what it is.
Well, they don't suck.
They suck. Here's why I say that. Because before the Indiana loss, what data point did we have that said they were good?
Well, I know what my eye saw. They've got a Heisman quality quarterback. They're fast on offense. They can run by you. They're a good football team. They're not national title worthy.
And that's what everybody was treating them like.
And we figured that's wrong. But they're going to pace Rutgers.
This is a team that went on the road to Penn State, and it took overtime to beat them.
Well, this is a different
team. And now
team.
We know what Penn State
is.
Penn
State, let's not go too much in the rearview mirror. Penn State has collapsed for a lot of reasons, but when they lost to Oregon in overtime, and that was even when the game was over, we're like, well, they looked like national title worthy. I mean, we thought that.
Because
everybody
we thought
did.
Penn State was good.
Well, yeah, and we weren't everybody wrong. Now they are not the team we thought they were for sure. Oregon's not bad. This is still a very good football team that will run past you if you give them a chance.
Well, I ain't laying 17.5 on the East Coast.
Well, no, there's the time zone thing.
Yeah,
17.5 is a big game, but they're going to pace Rutgers. They're going to outgain them by 150, 200 yards. They're a fast football team. They got out-toughed, and that's going to be consistently the problem with Oregon. But against Rutgers on the road when they're mad like this?
Another fake good team, Virginia.
Yeah.
They are number 18 in the country at 5-1. They host Washington State. 17.5-point spread. Cool. I wish I could back Washington State here, but again, West Coast to East Coast, I'm going to sit away from that one.
With a pit stop at Ole Miss last week, man, they got to get themselves a conference.
And put up a good fight, too, against Ole Miss.
What a schedule.
Tennessee's at Alabama, one of the more intriguing games of the weekend, I think. Number 11, Tennessee, number 6, Alabama, both of them sitting at 5-1. Alabama's an 8.5-point favorite. It's Alabama or nothing for me.
I think we're going to see exactly who Tennessee is.
I like there to be a lot of points scored in this game. Total's 59.5. Barring poor weather, which right now looks like it's pretty decent there in Alabama, although I've heard like all across the South there's going to be issues.
I
like Bama.
I do too. That win going into Missouri, that was a good win. Missouri's a good football team. And Tennessee, they're good, but this is not – I think young quarterback's about to get exposed. And DeBoer's is kind of leveling this thing out at Bama. I like them a lot. I think that they might be one of the top 3 teams playing right now.
Yeah, I think as the season goes on, that loss to Florida State becomes more and more head-scratching.
Ancient history. I was so impressed with that Missouri win because Missouri had everything planned. They had everything in place to win that game, and they couldn't.
The only reason I haven't bet this game yet is there's still no status on Jam Miller, who is in the conversation for best running back in the country now.
He is the key to the rest of Bama's season. They run him, they win.
Yeah. So if he's in, I'm going to be all in on Bama. And I'll probably be in on the over as well. USC's at Notre Dame. USC, a 9.5-point road dog. Oh man, I want to bet USC so bad here, but I don't know that. I don't know if they can stop the run against Notre Dame. I don't know who stops who here, and I'm also concerned with the West Coast travel. West Coast teams traveling. It's been ugly. It's probably going to keep me off it, but I've circled
game.
And I've been saying USC on offense, they are elite.
This is such a show me game for USC. I haven't seen enough to become a believer. What's the quarterback's name?
Maava.
He's a player. I know that he's really, really good, but this is Notre Dame's already been in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs right now. This is a playoff game. It's probably a playoff game for both of them.
This is a playoff game. Yeah, loser's gone.
But Notre Dame's already been in the playoffs. So I kind of give them the edge that they're hardened and they're at home and the time zone flip and love. And those four I think are enough. What's the line? 7.5?
7.5? No, 9.5.
9.5. That's big.
Yeah,
that's too big. That's too much for me. I'd be sweating all game.
Yeah, USC, Notre Dame. This is it for them. Notre Dame, if their schedule is not conducive to impressing anyone from this point on. After those, they started out 0-2. The rest of their games: Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford. You're not gonna wow anybody with those. They have to win this game, and if they do win this game, barring some a loss to one of those bad teams that I mentioned, Notre Dame's going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they know it. We know it. American people know it. Just get there. But I do think to win, they're going to have to look pretty impressive doing it. I mean, because it's going to – those Stanford games, nobody's going to pay attention to. I mean, nobody's going to dial in. There's going to be an expected win by 4 touchdowns.
Florida Atlantic's at South Florida. South Florida, a 21.5-point favorite.
Florida. And
they are making statements. Their last 3 wins since the Miami loss – 63-14, 54-26, 63-36. They are more than willing to hurt your feelings, and I think they probably do it here.
From what Traylor said in the numbers, they bought a pretty good football team.
Yeah, and Florida Atlantic, they're okay. They're just in over their heads here. Mizzou's at Auburn. Man, I want to back Auburn badly here. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just playing the under. These quarterbacks are both pretty poor. Mizzou's defense is clearly legit.
Yeah, there's some athletes on that football team.
Total's 43.5 though. Oof.
If I'm Auburn, look out, man. Missouri is not. Don't judge them just by that Bama game.
Oh,
and
no,
if you
certainly.
did, that'd be a pretty good judge. I mean, they beat a team that's hot right now, or they played a hot football team really well, but. Going down into Auburn, I'm not sure Missouri's road record in the SEC. I don't think it's very good.
Do you know what Missouri's best win is?
This year?
Yeah.
No.
South Carolina.
Yeah, that's about right.
They've beat Central Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, South Carolina, and UMass.
Ooh.
I mean, that is a pathetic schedule they've played so far. Their best data point probably is a close loss.
They're a good football team, but not great. But Auburn, there's so much in question right now.
Yep.
I think Auburn probably play enough to beat them.
Holy War, Utah at BYU. Utah 3.5-point road favorite.
Wonder what the rest of the Big 12 wants to happen. Probably BYU going down, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
they'd rather it be opened up. I think a little bit.
Utah's resurgent. They got the offensive line is healthy again. They're not what they were that 3 week where they kind of fell apart. I kind of like Utah. Tough it out.
I do too. And BYU, again, strength of schedule. Portland State, Stanford, East Carolina, Colorado, West Virginia, Arizona. You're about to be welcome to the big time, son.
Well, yeah,
welcome
as
to
much
the big
as you
time.
can in the Big 12, but yeah.
And Cincinnati, number 24 team in the country. They are at Oklahoma State. Cincinnati, a 21.5-point road favorite.
I don't think a bunch of shirtless dudes in the stands are going to help.
I'm sure they'll put up a pretty good number there. Texas is at Kentucky. Texas now ranked back in the rankings, number 21. They are 13.5-point road favorites. That doesn't seem right to me. And I said it before. After that Oklahoma game, Texas typically has like a sleepy effort. So I think Texas wins. If they don't win, then we just burn the whole season down. And imagine that. You go up and get that big win against Oklahoma and then waste it away against Kentucky.
It's not as crazy as it sounds, but they're going to beat them. But it will not be by 13.5 points.
This is a pretty bad Kentucky team.
It really is.
But I don't think Texas is built to really blow anyone out. Not anyone that's got even they blew out Sam Houston because Sam Houston doesn't have D1 players. Kentucky has SEC players.
Look, man, Sark now knows just win football games. It doesn't have to be pretty. You just got to win football games and get your quarterback better every week. That's your goal. Better every week, win the game. It doesn't have to be pretty. No beauty contest yet.
3 out of the next 4 games on the road. In fact, they went a stretch because they were at Florida and then neutral against Oklahoma, at Kentucky, at Mississippi State. Then they're home to Vanderbilt, and then they're back on the road in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough run of schedule, and they're just right now in the middle of it.
Just
so
get your quarterback better.
I think they're going to try to survive in advance and just get on to the next one. Get on to Mississippi State. All right, let's take a break, Rob. We'll come back and we'll start digging into the NFL. Then at 8 o'clock, we'll talk to Coach Schottenheimer. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Are you heading out to Lexington or maybe up to Fayetteville or maybe you TSA fan and heading up to North Dallas up to Denton to watch your Roadrunners play? If you're heading out of town, perfect place to leave your pets is Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit right there on 35. A hop, skip, and a jump from the airport, easy to get to from anywhere in town, and the perfect place to leave your dogs. Whether it be for an afternoon or for a week at a time, Bluebonnet's there to take care of them, and they've got everything you'd expect and then some. First of all, their play area for the dogs is extraordinary. Inside, outside, lots and lots of room for all different sizes of dogs. They can all play at the same time. On those hot days, they got a splash pad. On those cold days, they stay inside. They get taken care of far better than I would at my house when it's raining. They got to go outside in the rain. That's just part of life. Not at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. And if you do need the grooming and you need nails clipped and all those other services, of course they've got them, and they take care of your pets while they're doing it. It's the easiest place to include on your vacation plans. You know they're going to be there for you to drop off and pick up, and your dogs are going to be well fed and awfully happy when you pick them up, and that's really all you're chasing, right? Go to mybunkandbiscuit.com for all the details. Heck, you can go ahead and sign up there online. There are great deals for first-timers, or you can head on out there and see what I'm talking about. That's Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. They're on 35 just outside of 1604. Easy to get to and a great place to leave your pets. Trust me, I've done it many times. Take yours over there, and I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like this road work on 410 southbound Ray Ellison to Freeport is in the clearing stages. Still have construction cones set up at 281 northbound, the connector, the westbound 1604, and I-10 upper level eastbound Calabre to 302. Right lanes are blocked. We do have a stall 35 southbound as you approach New Braunfels Avenue. Disabled vehicle left shoulder blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Hurry! Mattress Firm's Upgrade Your Sleep sale ends soon. See their sleep experts today to find your perfect bed from their premium selection and save big on better rest. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Boo!
I'm your old cheap water softener. Trick or treat, I got news for you. I'm not working again. Some days I just don't feel like it.
Just imagine what the inside of your home's pipes look like with all that hard water. Now that's scary.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I'm Jason at Connecticut Quality Water Softeners of San Antonio and the Hill Country. Don't let your old sporadic water softener ruin your house. Get a Connecticut. A Connecticut system can actually lengthen the life of your appliances, protect your pipes from buildup, and gives you soft skin and silky smooth hair.
Oh, don't listen to him. Stick with me, your old junky water softener. I'm lazy, but cute.
There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is the last water softener you ever own. Call us at 210-656-PURE. And right now, we'll give you a free reverse osmosis drinking station right at your kitchen sink.
Ooh, I'm tired. I need to take another break.
ConnecticutSA.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Arkansas Razorbacks, presented by Just Spots. Pre-game at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Everything's popping on Friday Night Cube. Let the games begin. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? How we doing on a Friday? Yay.
Busy day around the Radio Ranch. There's food in the
There's
lounge.
food in the building.
There is.
Lots of food.
Oh, yes.
Good Friday.
There's a big old tub of Coke Zero in there.
Oh, is there?
Ice cold.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's no Dr. Pepper Zero.
What?
Okay.
Nah.
That's all right. You haven't seen that movie Weapons yet, have you?
I have not seen it. I've seen, evidently, one of the characters is going to be a very popular Halloween costume.
It's got,
Which one? Let me see.
I always forget that gal's name.
The one with the red hair?
No, the girl from Ozark.
I know who you're talking about.
You don't know
I don't know
about
S
bleep.
about F, but yeah.
Yeah. She's in it. Julia Garner's her name. And Josh Brolin is in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about these kids all from this one class who run away. And except for one. There's one kid in the class who doesn't run away. And like everybody blames the teacher. You know, like, what the hell did you do? And, you know, anyway, there's like.
So it's a comedy?
No, it's like a paranormal horror type movie.
Oh, cool.
I think you'd appreciate it. I don't know if it's streaming yet. I watched it on the Magic Box, and I think it's well worth the time. Well worth the time if you haven't seen it. Weapons. Okay. The NFL. The autumn wind is a pirate. Week 7 continues. And now that, I mean, listen, Aaron Rodgers already lost, so it's already kind of a fun week in the NFL, I must say.
It's a good start.
We'll see what else happens, but we're going to get it started off early again. And this is a game where I think actually we're giving some love to the Brits. Rams and Jags, pretty decent London game, I would say.
Finally they get one worthy of the Jacksonville fans that wait for at least one good game every year.
Yeah. Rams are now up to 3.5-point favorites. I like the Rams. I don't like that it got past the 3, but I'd still rather have them than the Jags here. I just think they're a much better football team.
There is a comfortability about knowing
but you know
where
what?
they are.
Here's
but
the thing.
The Rams are just a better team.
Here's the thing. This is a new coaching staff for Jacksonville. This is his first time doing this.
But I mean,
Sean McVay's made this trip more than Liam Cohen has.
It's not so much about the players, coaches. It's about the players. I mean, in my experience, no matter how old you are, players are pattern driven. They need to. You eat at 8, you practice at 9, you do this, you do that, and you get this kind of rhythm down, and you don't want to shock that system.
But don't you think a new coaching staff is going to have new methods of how
probably,
they approach
but you're
things?
going to consult your quarterback and the dudes that have done it for the last 5 years. I mean, that have been there and done that. This is not enough to win the game, but I do think it gives you that extra 45 minutes of sleep, that extra little bit of focus that kind of gives you a little bit of a safety net that you're just going to be a little bit more prepared to play a football game. But the Rams are a better football team that need to win this to keep up with the Joneses. So
I also think that Cohen, having been on McVay's staff, is advantageous to Sean McVay.
The Saban curse.
I think so.
He owns his underlings.
The Raiders go into Kansas City. Chiefs 12.5-point favorites. I'm going to back the Raiders here.
Well, are they going to have tight end back?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
A fair amount.
That would matter. I do agree. But first of all, the Chiefs, they don't typically blow you out. That's not what they're there to do. They're there to win a game and get the hell out of Dodge. But also, the Raiders play the Chiefs tough, seems like every year.
Now, the Chiefs kind of woke up last week.
They did.
This is the kind of game that a Super Bowl champ kind of stretches their legs against.
The Chiefs put their big boy pants on against best competition.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight it, but they're so much better than the Raiders that it wouldn't shock me 1 ounce to see the same kind of game that we just saw, where they roll out of bed and like, we're going to kick their ass and prove that to ourselves as much as anybody else that we can do it, not just once, but twice against a bad football team.
Saints are at the Bears. Speaking of bad football teams, Bears are 4.5-point favorites at home. Do you think the Bears have figured it out? I'm not sold, but the Saints are dreadful.
There's going to be a lot of points scored. That's one thing I'm
46.5 is the total. I would expect that you're right. A game I don't think there's going to be a lot of points scored. Dolphins at the Browns. This is dreadful football. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. Something happened to you as a child. I don't know what made you want to cheer for these teams. This is bad football. Generally, lean the Browns. I like their defense. Dolphins' defense is really, really bad. But you can also flip it and say, well, the Browns, they got to score points somehow. Patriots are at the Titans. The Patriots are now 6.5-point favorites. I'm going to wait and see if I get a 7. If there's a 7 that comes back, I'm going to be on the Titans. It's going to suck.
I think they're going to pounce them, man.
You think so? You think the Patriots?
I think that young quarterback Drake May's feeling his stuff.
Oh, I do too.
And the Titans suck.
They do. And this is the Mike Vrabel revenge game.
And that's the last part of that. A little bit of something for your coach.
Eagles are at the Vikings. Vikings are 2.5-point home dogs. This is my favorite bet of the week. I'm all over the Vikings.
Me too.
I think that the Vikings, quite frankly, are a better team. So I'm getting the better team and points at home.
I don't know. I think better team could be argued, but right now Philly's reeling, and the worst place to get better is on a fast track on the road.
Vikings coming off a bye.
Yeah.
I like their staff. I like that they've had 2 weeks to game plan this. They've gotten healthy. I don't even know who's going to play quarterback. I think JJ's going to play. If he doesn't, I don't really care. I like the Eagles here. Panthers are at the Jets. The Panthers are 1.5-point favorites on the road.
Why only 1.5? I don't get this. You come off a good win against a good offensive team. Your Bryce is playing as good as he ever has. He's had 3 consecutive weeks of improved play. Not terrible. You've proven you can move the ball on the ground. Your run game is literally unstoppable. Now the bad defenses, you get another bad defense on the road. I don't get this number at all, other than it's Carolina, so they must suck.
Well, the Panthers have not won a game as a favorite since 2021.
Well, one more reason you got to garp this. If you flip tails 100 times in a row, no matter what, you kind of think it's going to be heads.
They are 0-10. Now, not only have they not covered, they are 0-10 outright as a favorite since 2021. They are a road favorite at the Jets.
I don't think it's enough. This should be a touchdown.
I hope you're right, but
did anybody else? I know that the Cowboy defense is biblically bad. So is the Jets.
Yeah. And I don't know if Garrett Wilson's going to play.
I'm not. I just think Carolina is a better football team, and if there was any other team that had put on that kind of offensive performance, now again against the worst defense in history, but over the last couple of weeks, Carolina has scored points. They have waxed an Atlanta football team. Now, granted, it was at home, and they're only getting 1.5 points against the Jets. Is Fields going to start, and is he going to finish? I mean, this is a team in turmoil, and Carolina finally feeling their oats, man. That wasn't the best win in their franchise history by far, but it was the best win for Carolina in the last couple years, other than Atlanta. But I think the Cowboy name carries some cachet. I think they got some swag to them this week.
It feels trappy.
Man, I'll tell you, if it is, it'll be because I hate to say it, Aaron Glenn's a better coach than I think he is.
No, he's not.
You know what I mean? So if he can turn it around, I don't think he can. But this is a Carolina team that's playing good offense.
Giants are in Denver. Denver's a 7.5-point favorite here. I like the Giants.
Really?
I like the way they're playing right now. And first of all, Denver's not built to blow you out.
No, but I'm worried about turnovers. I'm afraid Jackson Dart might give him 10 points.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, it's a coaching mismatch for sure between Peyton and Dayball.
That's the only worry. Denver's a better football team, but I'm afraid Jackson's got an interception or two in him.
They've been playing pretty good ball though. All right, we'll talk to Coach Schottenheimer coming up, and then we'll continue the NFL discussion because we still have the Cowboys Commanders game to talk, Chargers Colts, and Falcons Niners. Oh, Packers Cardinals too. So we got plenty more to discuss. Coach Schotty coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's football season, and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
You still got it.
But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
On my bachelor party night, we went to the strip club. The nanny that we hired, she was there, stripping.
Oh, Lord, was she dancing on the pole?
Damn right. Isn't that crazy?
Ooh.
That was exciting. I was like, I'll be damned. I mean, did y'all plan this for me? I mean, golly, that's a lot of logistics to put together.
The John Clay Wolf Show, every Saturday morning. Check out the YouTube channel, complete with live video stream at jcwshow.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your commute, new trouble spot I-10 eastbound Houston Street. This wreck has 2 right lanes blocked. It's about a 10-minute delay, slow from Roland. 1604 westbound, the connector to I-10 Vance Jackson. This wreck is the connector ramp partially blocked. And a crash on I-10 eastbound 1604. Pretty much most all our major freeway systems as we are into the meat of our morning rush hour. They're all rolling a bit slow. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football offered another thriller as the Old Geezer Bowl went down. The Steelers fell to the Cincinnati Bengals 33-31 on a late field goal. Good news for the Dallas Cowboys. It appears CeeDee Lamb will be returning for Sunday's game after missing the last 3 with a high ankle sprain. And our high school football game of the week is a neighborhood rivalry as Southwest takes on Southwest Legacy. Pregame at 7. Kickoff is set for 7:30 right here. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8 o'clock on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Talking some foosball. Coach Schottenheimer going to join us at 8:30. So we'll have a couple of shorter segments here as we try and line up our clock to give us so we can max out our time with Coach Schotty. Here's one of the great things the Cowboys do is they'll be behind the scenes calling and be like, "Hey man, we got to go. We got to go."
Yeah.
And we just pretend like we don't hear them.
I'm reading the strangest story about Michael Lombardi, who's kind of the general manager of the North Carolina football program.
He's Bill Belichick's boy, his homie.
Before the season began, he flew to Saudi Arabia to gauge interest on investment from the Saudi the Public Investment Fund, that PIF fund that helped to buy the Live Tour, to gauge the opportunity for the fund to invest in North Carolina sports.
And they said, "No, we're good."
Well, I don't think there's been a response. It's just a story of that he has gone to kind of judge and see if that's something that they would be interested in.
I mean, I'm not surprised. So we're going to sell all our sports to Saudi now?
Well, he's, evidently there is a connection with Jordan and the Saudis.
Okay.
And evidently Belichick is also kind of on the front page with the Saudis. They're aware of him. But
yeah, billionaires, they run in circles.
He went on what is called an exploratory fundraising trip.
Okay. That's weird.
That's one of those things
but
that when
I guess
you
I'm
read,
not totally
you
surprised.
go, I don't know if I should be upset with this or not. I know it doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right.
At first glance, I thought, this is an interesting combo, but I don't know any reason why it shouldn't if people benefit by it.
I don't know.
I don't know if I like it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't like pretty much anything he does. I just assume is shady. So
it does feel there's of course Belichick's involved with going to China looking for money.
Colts are at the Chargers. Chargers are 1.5-point favorites here. I like the Chargers.
Game of the week for me, man. This is a
good
real
game.
Blood and guts. Who are you football game?
Yeah, there's a lot of proving to do here. Obviously, the Chargers being banged up, not helping them. But last week was the first time I saw maybe some chinks in the Daniel Jones armor where, okay, he's still Daniel Jones. Let's slow down.
But
the Colts are pretty good.
Yeah.
And they run the ball well. This is going to be a good game, but I like the Chargers here at home. And the Colts have really kind of benefited from they've played 4 home games already. They're 4-0 at home. They've already gone to this building once and lost to the Rams in this building. I'm going to take the Chargers to handle business here, even though I do think the Colts are still solid. I like the Chargers.
I think this is one of those. It's not a defining game to the rest of the world, but it will be to the Colts. They really got to define that. Can they go on the road and win in that stadium or win anywhere on a fast track? I'm not sure they've got it, but I give them up. No, I do. I like the Colts here. I do. I think that the more I look at the numbers here, I think that the separator is going to be that the Colts run the football better than everybody expects.
Commanders and the Cowboys. Washington, a 1.5-point favorite on the road in Dallas. I like the Cowboys here.
Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't like the Cowboys, but, they could give up 75 points this week.
Sure they can. I like the over more than anything. The secret is out on the Commanders. They're not that good.
No.
And everybody was saying, I don't know why everybody just assumed that last year was the new reality. It's not that easy to win in the NFL year in and year out. Like, you don't go from winning 4 wins or having 4 wins to making it to the conference title game, and now all of a sudden you're just a juggernaut. It's not the way the world works.
Yeah, especially when you get good fast, you have to get even better to stay good because your schedule is rougher. You probably had some attrition from a good team and guys that helped you. And then you probably overpaid some dudes like they did to the detriment of another position. They lost their running back. That has hurt them more than anything else. They're planning to plug and play a couple of running backs that used to protect their stud quarterback. They used to give a little play action that allowed him to move around and protect him and get downfield. They haven't been able to do that. Their defense isn't what they were. So they got a tougher schedule. They've got less manpower. And just to stay even in that situation, like the Texans did, you had to get better just to stay even because you're playing tougher competition. They're not a great football team. They're better than the Cowboys. They're better than the Cowboys as a whole. But at home, I like the Cowboys close and a high-scoring one.
I do too. Apparently, CeeDee Lamb saying he's a full go.
It matters. Boy, they're going to need every bit of him and Pickens and Ferguson, and they're going to have to run the ball effectively, and they're going to have to score 35 points, but I think they can.
That's the only thing that worries me for the Cowboys is it's tough to run on the Commanders. They're going to be able to chuck the ball around, though. They do. Obviously, they want to try and stay balanced. They've had so much success running Javonte that I think they're going to keep trying. They want to get him back on track. But the game last week against the Bears is what really kind of alarmed me to go on, this team is just not very good.
No.
And, Jane Daniels he's fine, but he's not.
Yeah, they're not. They didn't progress. They're the same team mentally, but physically they have less talent. And it shows. But in an even game with a bad defense, they'll score on you. Jaden alone is worth that kind of stuff. That's what – this is not a gimme for the Cowboys, though it should be, because the Commanders, we know who they are.
Jaden Daniels was 5th in the MVP odds coming into the season. That's outrageous. Dude had 1 season, and we're like, oh, well, he's God.
Oh, he is. He's really, really good, but he might be all they've got.
Well, I'm not even sure. If you want him now, you can get him at 55-1. He ain't winning the MVP. I can tell you that.
MVP.
And you got a guy who's a lot closer to it on the other side. In Dak.
Fact, it's one of the few games this year he will not be the best quarterback on the field.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I mean, as far as the numbers show, Dak has certainly been playing a whole lot better.
So, I'm interested to see how the Cowboys bounce back here. But I think also I'd feel better about the Cowboys if the Commanders would have won that game against the Bears. Like I'd feel like we'd get a little more value. But I think home team underdog. I'm gonna roll with the Cowboys here. Don't feel great about it. I'm not running to the window with it. But I do think that is the wrong team is favored here on the road. The Green Bay Packers are at the Arizona Cardinals. Packers are 6.5-point favorites. My assumption with this number is that Kyler Murray's not playing.
It appears he's not.
I don't know how much it matters. You might even be better off
Well, as last week they were.
Yeah, I mean, you can make the argument they're better off without him.
This is the kind of game Green Bay's got to come in and play football.
Yeah, I mean, you would think.
Just do what you do and you'll cover. You don't have to do great.
Coming off the bye also, I think that helps.
Healthier than they've been. Just do what you do and go win this football game. You don't have to prove anything to anybody.
Yeah, you've had a couple weeks to prepare. I would expect a good performance from them.
Yeah.
Then the Sunday night game, Falcons at the Niners. Niners are 2.5-point favorites. I'm going to wait and see if I can get a 3, and I'm going to bet the Falcons. I think that the Niners are just so beat up. Like, this defense that was basically built around 2 players, now those 2 players are both out for the season. There's imminent collapse coming for this 49ers team.
You've seen the meme of the 49ers taking the field and there's dudes in wheelchairs.
That's what it looks like.
And rolling out with those IV machines, IV towers, running out to the side, getting ready to play. I don't know what year is it? What year are we in?
The 2025, year of our Lord, 2025.
Because it feels about like 98. Atlanta on prime time 2 weeks in a row? What year are we in?
Yeah, it's weird.
This is strange. And then last week they had the old school unis on.
Yep.
I like Atlanta.
And the Falcons have,
I think Bijan's going to get more screen time than anybody else this weekend. He's a budding superstar 2 weeks in a row.
Falcons have had some good wins too. They went to Minnesota and won. Obviously, on Monday night they beat the Bills. This is a pretty damn good team.
How the hell did you get beat by Carolina by 30? Did that happen?
That is going to be a head-scratching result for the rest of the season probably. But, yeah, I like them here against the 49ers.
You're doing the dirty bird.
I'm going to wait around, like I said, see if I can get that 3. But if the 3 pops, I'm for sure going to be on the Falcons. And then Texans at Seahawks, Bucks at Lions. It's I believe it's our last double Monday night game.
Well, what a tandem we got, man. Right? That's going to be an offensive explosion.
And the worst part, they're doing it 6 o'clock game, 9 o'clock game.
What's the first game?
The first game is the Bucks-Lions.
Well, that'll be fun.
And then Texans in Seattle.
I won't see the end of that.
Starting at 9 p.m. here.
See the end of that game.
Oh, no chance.
No.
That sucks.
And, you know, the sad part about this is this is the Seattle. We're going to prove to the world how good we are. I think they're going to punch Texans in the face.
I think so, too.
I think they're going to hammer them. I think they're going to come at them with everything they've got.
But we'll talk about that game on Monday because, we'll be back at work then. After a weekend of drinking fine Karbach beer. That was one thing I missed last night. I've gotten so used to sitting around drinking Karbach, watching baseball, watching football. I didn't get to do it last night. They don't have Karbach in Vegas. We are blessed here in San Antonio to have that sweet nectar all the time available to us, and it is all over town. San Antonio is it was the primary target for Karbach after when they first expanded outside of Houston. They said, we want to be in San Antonio. This is the spot. And sure enough, they have made their mark here. The first keg that made it out of Houston came right here to San Antonio, and it's been pouring ever since. Love Street, that's their their Cold-style blonde ale. That is their best seller. You're going to find that everywhere. Hopadillo, that's their flagship IPA. Great beer, very malty, very hoppy, in your face, kind of a punch, an old school IPA. And then Crawford Bock is a great everyday drinker. What I'm loving right now, though, is this Carb-Oktoberfest, especially a little crisp. I mean, we walked in this morning, it was crisp in the air. That's perfect time to drink these Oktoberfest beers, and Carb-Oktoberfest is a very, very good traditional style Marzen beer. Great with this weather cooling off. Something for everybody in their lineup and all over town, guys. You're going to be able to find it everywhere. So when you're out and about this weekend watching the games, do it with a Karbach.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at 3:25 p.m. The Cowboys are back home after a 2-week road trip, taking on the Washington Commanders. Pre-game starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, This is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Happy Friday.
Yay, yay!
Friday.
What?
My stuff got moved around a little bit.
You need to give that some context.
My drops.
Yeah, like your stuff. Like, what are you talking
What the hell are you talking about over there?
Well, just adjust your chair.
I got to
wear looser pants.
I got to come up with 2 more drops, Vic, because I can't have these empty spaces. It's throwing off my whole game.
Got it.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, I'll put something in there.
Maybe you can find my the stupid dolphin that I wanted. Stupid dolphin. All right, we'll have Coach Shoddy coming up at 8:30-ish right here. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, who Rob had ready on speed dial for me.
We were taking up a collection just in case.
I survived. Survive and advance. That's all you can do, right? Survive and advance. All right, so we have kind of previewed all the games coming up this weekend, but there's more. There's more. More from the Dallas Cowboys. And, well, I've got some questions. I told you I'm going to ask Shoddy about if we're not changing players and we're not changing coaches, how do you expect things to get better? because otherwise, like, what did we say?
It's all about scheme. We're at the wrong angle. We're attacking at 40 degrees. We need to be about 36.
Well, Matt Eberflus, like you said yesterday, hit the podium, and he knows that the players that they've got right now are good enough to get this job done.
We have a great opportunity this week, to really, I thought a couple weeks ago we put a step forward, versus the Jets. And then last week, obviously, disappointed in that performance. And, we were finding answers and looking for solutions. And, it's really about the solutions, is a we solution, us doing it together. And we had some good meetings this week, some good conversations. And obviously, we're disappointed, and it's not to our standard how we played last week, and we got to do a better job there. But there's in every film, when you look at it, there's also good in there, right? So you have to, focus on that and also focus on improvement. There were some good things in there where you caused a takeaway. You had some good third down stops. We did some good things, and you got to build upon that. And the guys are working diligently to get that done. We know that solution's in the room. There's not a magic pill there. We just got to make sure that we do a great job of working together, and then being together, right, and then making sure the plan is tight and effective. And again, that's all of us working together, in getting that done. So I understand that the disappointment and the players and all that, but hey, we've moved on. This is now a couple of days away from the game, and excited, like I said, about the challenge here this week.
You're excited, are you? Excited, you say?
This poor guy is under assault from every direction.
Well, rightfully so, man. I mean, come on.
Man. Just some of the things I wrote down. Obviously, we're disappointed. He said that 3 or 4 times. This is not a me solution. This is a we solution. Don't blame me. My guys suck. We had some good. The solution's in the room. It is.
Yeah.
You've been in this same room for a long time, there, Coach. You're running out of options.
When are you going to find it?
Yeah, you might want to turn the lights on when you come into the room. We had a couple of good meetings. What the hell does that mean? Everybody sat quiet and got there on time. This is a dead man walking.
Well,
he knows it. I know it. His players know it. He's a dead man walking. It's just, when is this going to end? Is he going to make it to the bye week?
This is the other question they asked. Do you guys have an identity on the defensive side of the ball?
I still think we're working. We're working. I do think that, up front we have an identity. I think that's good. The guys are really, coming off the ball and doing that. And we got to do a really good job of building, that throughout the whole defense. So it's important that we just keep working, keep finding solutions. What works best for the guys that we have back there. And again, I've said it before, is that, we've had guys in and out, and that's a big piece of it, what you can do and can't do. So it's important that we find the best solution there.
Dude.
Now, I'm gonna use the next couple of minutes to defend this poor guy. This is the 3rd defensive coordinator in 3 years. 3 different plans, 3 different years in a row. So it was going to be difficult anyway. And then at the 11th hour, he lost the second or best defender in all of football. And you're asked to do with even less, with a bunch of defenders that are now, again, on their 3rd defense in 3 years. So everybody's learning. And then you lost your best guy. You start the season with your cornerbacks. None of them can even walk. And, yeah, things are going to get tough. I appreciate the situation you find yourself in. But when you're asked, what is your defense, and you can't even come up with something like toughness. You don't even know the answer to who's your defense. What's your defense like? Is there something about your defense that you're trying to, and you didn't even come up with the easiest answer for every defensive coordinator anywhere is toughness. We're going to be tough.
Physical.
No, physical. No, you said, well, we're working on it. He has taken it from so many angles. He doesn't even know how to answer the questions.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, but this is, how many rough press conferences has Eberflus gone through in the last 4 years, as opposed to how many nice press conferences has he gone through? After every game, he's under assault because his teams are consistently bad. His Bears football team as a whole was bad, and now his defense here is bad. At some point, he has to do something right or good, doesn't he? I mean, at some point, can you do something good?
Well,
See, at what point? 3 years of disaster.
No, not that either.
When was the last time everybody said, "Hey, coach, great game, great scheme, great plan, great game"? 3 years
when he was in Indy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's been a long time. So the guy's not. I get it, man. You're going to be loyal to your guys, but
what do you have to lose, man?
At some point, like Shoddy, he's got to be feeling the heat, and he's like, man, I can't do much better.
Exactly.
On
We've
my
run
side.
enough cover. We've done everything we can for you. We've given you, hey, it's a work in progress. We understand the situation he's in. It's angles, it's injuries, it's loss of Micah, all that. Well, now we're 7 weeks in, brother. I mean, at some point, you got to be who you are, and we don't know who you are other than a bad defensive coach.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will, I guess, we're going to come back with Shoddy, right? All right. All right, we'll come back with Coach Schottenheimer. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, 'tis the season, and when we're talking fall season, it's time to get to work outside. As the temperatures go down, I'll tell you what, the effort around the property should pick up, and Ewald Kubota, that orange tractor, is a fine tractor. And let me tell you something. If you have never been shopping at a Ewald Kubota store, I want you to know one thing before you even set foot in the store. As you come into the parking lot, you can know for sure that no reasonable good offer is ever refused. This is handshake deals amongst men, gentlemen in South Texas. Ewald stands behind their product. They stand behind their deals, and they have for many, many years. And as we head into that fall kind of scary season, talk about scary good deals, one of the things I love about Ewald and Kubota in general is their product is outstanding, and they back it up with warranties. And if you're purchasing some of the equipment, some farm equipment, they're doubling the warranties up to 4 years. And on Ewald Kubota, you won't necessarily need it for years, but when you need it, it's certainly going to be there. When it's time for the site work to begin, you know that Ewald and Kubota are going to come and take care of you. Whether you're renting it or you need service on the site, they're going to take care of you, and they've got all the parts all the time. If you're a hunter, you want to talk about sneaking out to your lease in the best way possible, it is time to head out and get yourself the RTVs that work for you. There's up to $1,000 on the RTVs that might fit. You might need a bigger load. You might need something to carry those lunkers back to the cabin, whatever it takes to get things done. RTV-wise, Kubota's got it with great deals going on right now. Scary good times to head around South Texas, and I'll tell you, from the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas, Ewald Kubota, they're certainly your tractor.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. As you get into your morning commute, we do have an accident, I-10, eastbound at Houston Street. This one has 2 right lanes blocked, about a 10-minute delay. Stop and go from Roland. 1604 westbound, the connector to I-10. We've got an accident, connector ramp partially blocked. Another wreck at I-10 eastbound 1604 and Loop 410 northbound approaching Ingram. That accident's been moved off the main lane. It's now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportsstar.com now and register to win. sasportsstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
JD, do you ever ride a bike?
Beach bike, yeah, I ride the bikes.
So you got a fat tire bike?
Fat tire bike. It's brown over gold, and it's got a handy basket.
Oh, we've got JD's twin brother here.
Yes, DJ Ryan here. Hi, JD.
know, and he'll crank it up. He'll crank it up to 14 miles an hour and ride with ferocious intent.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a Football Friday. We'll react to what happened on Thursday night and look ahead to a big weekend.
Cowboys, Commandskins on a Sunday. Texans play on Monday, and what a weekend in college football.
Absolutely, including the Aggies playing at Arkansas. The voice of the Aggies, Andrew Monaco, joins us at 3:30.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Boom. I got it right, Vic. Come on. I got the sneaky himbo trivia right. I'm so smart.
Did you? Well, you got to be kind of old to get that one right.
Well, I'm old, Rob.
Oh, my God, I wouldn't have got that.
See, Vic? It's because you're not old enough.
Not old enough.
You're not old enough to know what I know.
If your possible guesses are Steve Smith Jr. or Torrey Smith, you're going back in the annals.
Yeah. I like to call them the anals.
The annals. Well,
the annals
if
of
the
time.
guys you're picking might have grandkids, you're kind of old.
That's yeah, probably so. All right, we are patiently awaiting Coach Schottenheimer to join us here, and got big questions for him. Big questions, and it's funny. It feels like every week it's. Man, great week this week, and then the next week it's doom and gloom. Like there hasn't been a lot of consistency here.
Well, the one consistent has been his quarterback.
Agreed. You're right.
You're 1-1-1 in your last 3 weeks. You couldn't be more 500, and it's primarily because you are calling the right plays, and your offense is as effective as anybody in football. So at worst, when you come to work, if you're shoddy, one side of the ball is not going to be the problem. It's the other side. And sadly, it's the one part as shoddy as the head coach he has the least effect on. He's got to spend too much time with his quarterback and his offense and play calling and all that. And his good old friend is not living up to the bargain. It might not be his fault at all, but the fact of the matter is he's driving that boat, and it is not going well.
And, this was not the greatest offensive performance they've had.
No, but it's good enough.
It should have been.
It was enough to win.
Well, yeah. You give up 30 in the NFL more often than not, you're going to lose.
Yeah, and you don't. And the thing we cannot talk about it enough. It's not like the Cowboys have to have a good defense. They just got to be less bad. That's all they need.
Someone said if you added up all the stats that the quarterbacks who have played the Cowboys have put up this year, you're talking about like all-pro Peyton Manning type numbers.
Biblical 45,000-yard passing years,
Yeah, so that's what the Cowboys turn your quarterback into prime Peyton Manning. That's not good. It's really hard. It was really hard to beat prime Peyton Manning unless you were Tom Brady.
And you're making Justin Fields look like prime Manning.
Yeah.
It's hard to fathom.
What's funny is, I mean, the guy they're about to see this week, and I've just spent, I don't know, I spent a couple segments ago, I spent some time like talking about how Jaden Daniels isn't as good as some people think he is, at least not yet. He's certainly the best quarterback they'll have faced this year.
He's ridiculously talented. Let's not get just raw materials. He is working with as many raw materials as any quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
He can run with the best of them. He can throw with the best of them, either standing still or on the fly. He's got reasonable pocket, and he's got an arm that's measurably accurate. Probably could get better, but the sum total, it's ridiculous talent that is just blessed by God, and it's the team around him that hasn't really measured up, or he hadn't been able to lift them, one or the other.
Jalen Hurts, Russell Wilson, Caleb, Jordan Love, Justin Fields, Bryce Young, and now Jaden Daniels. Those are the guys who are making you look bad.
Well, there's some that should, and some you certainly helped out, but there is a skill set that the Cowboys have had trouble with, and that's the mobile, get-out-of-the-pocket quarterback that can turn a scramble into a 15-yard first down. That has, from the first game of the season with Jalen, couldn't do much, but he could pick up the first downs. That's been the type of quarterback. Bryce did it against him too. Just the guys that get out of the pocket and get things moving, it gives the Cowboys trouble.
Well, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not.
Because the Commanders have that guy.
You can't set the edge. I mean, if you can't get to the quarterback, I mean, this is the kind of game that's got to be frightening for Flus, because can his cornerbacks stick to those average wide receivers long enough?
The good thing is, though, the Commanders' defense hadn't been a whole lot better than Dallas's.
No, that's been pretty typical this year.
They are going to. I think both teams are probably saying we want to get in a shootout. And
again, that's prescription right now for both of them to win.
Yeah.
We got to score, and if you're in a shootout like that, one turnover changes the game. But you're going to have to risk the biscuit. You're going to have to risk a turnover or two, because you're going to have to push it downfield.
Dak, in his career against Washington, 11-2. He's won 7 of his last 8 starts against Washington.
It's just so rare that he plays them.
27 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And at home, 6-0, 17 touchdowns, no picks.
Well, he used to feast on Riverboat Ron's defense.
Yeah.
He feasted on that defense. Now, that's not the same. And that wasn't always the MVP caliber Dak that we're seeing now. Those were offenses that might have been a little bit of hamstrung.
Yeah.
This is the best offense he's ever had.
I'm feeling better about my pick. I didn't even know that when I made my prediction.
Well, they did last year split. Now, Dak wasn't a part of all that, but both teams won on the road last year. So, I mean, as much as you'd like to think home will help, it doesn't. But Dak fully functioning in this offense should, again, 35 points, and you hope your defense can make a stop or two.
Yeah. I mean,
isn't that a terrible way to come into a game?
That's kind of what they are all year. Mm-hmm. It's like, maybe
if we can just
hold them to a couple field goals.
Yeah, instead of a touchdown, we keep them outside the 30 and they get a field goal. That's how we're going to win. That's a tough way to come into a Sunday afternoon, just to hope for a break.
Yeah, but that's where you find yourself. And again, I don't think it's going to change much during the season.
No, and we've talked about it all season long. Now, one of the reported and under talked about things this week is Turpin's health. Now, Turpin comes back, man, that helps the disposition of the offense because it helps that when they do give up those imminent touchdowns and Turpin's returning that kick when he does get a chance to return, gives you an extra 5, 6, 8 yards. You're only about 3, 4 plays from field goal range. And it does kind of help your offense to open up a little bit when Aubrey's sitting back there waiting open to hit a 68-yarder. So it does help you there when you got your kicker back in this new kickoff game.
We assume that Tyler Booker's back as well this week.
The thoughts are that he is going to be playing. Now we'll know.
So
he'll tell
Booker
us
and
more.
Lamb are thumbs up, and Turpin is a.
Turpin was on track as of yesterday before. Now we'll know more from him today.
Well, all right. Claymore, no, you haven't missed Shoddy's interview. We're waiting on Shoddy to get done with those Dallas types, and then we get the next crack at him. Just a reminder: the 46th annual Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving Dinner Radiothon is on 550 KTSA. If you find yourself wanting to give at ktsa.com or give them a call 210-654-5151. But I recommend not donating until we're on air at noon.
As of yesterday, Kevontae Turpin, Tyler Booker were on track to return.
Okay. So I mean, this might be a much healthier team.
Yeah, at least more bodies. I don't know about 100% health, but it certainly provides more threats.
And CeeDee Lamb was saying, like, he said he could have played last week. Yeah, which when you lose the game, it's like, oh, well,
I could have played.
Why didn't you then?
And part of it is you watch your running mate go out and go bananas. you know, Pickett's at the game of his Cowboy career. Like, no, I got to get back in the game.
Yeah,
you're gonna take my spot.
It's the Cowboys are in a tough spot here, and they're especially in a tough spot if they don't win this game. But I think that this is a game that they can win. I'll just say that.
Well, there's no such thing yet as a must-win for a team that didn't really expect it, to be other than kind of on the fringes of competitiveness to get in the playoffs. But when you're playing a division game against a team that's kind of busted up themselves at home, this is as close to a must-win as the Cowboys have.
Did you walk away last week? I have the Clowney quote. It was tough, man, especially when you're the better team. I feel like we're a better team, but they were better than us today. We just have to be ready to bounce back next week. Did you walk away from that game feeling like the Cowboys are a better team than the Panthers?
No, the talent was pretty equal. I don't know. I mean, as far as no. The Carolina they've drafted appropriately. There's a lot of young talent on that team. I mean, in key positions, the Cowboys are better, but all in all, there's as much talent on the
Cowboys
Panthers.
have. I mean, certainly the star quality.
But no, I didn't come away thinking that the
I don't think I did
team
either.
won.
No, I don't know that I think that either. Particularly when you factor in both sides of the ball.
Yeah, no, but like we said, the bigger stars were wearing white, but that's about it.
Yeah. All right. Still nothing, huh, Vic? Man, this is the latest we've gotten him.
I know.
Getting pulled through the ringer.
Listen,
He's probably listening to Taylor Swift again.
Probably so. You know what I bet is happening? He's on the phone with Edwin doing the Edwin show.
Oh, okay, hold on. I think we got him.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. Edwin's done with him.
Okay. He's already got his podcast taken care of.
Yeah.
We got him now, Edwin. There he is. We got the thumbs up.
All right. Then joining us now on the program, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Brian Schottenheimer joins us. Coach, how are you?
Man, I'm doing great. Hey, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to go back to talking to Edwin here for another 10 or 15 minutes.
I knew that's what was happening.
He's the hard-hitting one.
Yeah,
you don't want him. He's about to unload.
No, hey, listen, I did feel uncomfortable. I was like, AJ and Rob ready yet? And he was like, I just got a few more questions for you.
One more salary cap question I got for you, Coach.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And Edwin, we got to go, Edwin. They're ready for me. I really feel it. So we had a good talk.
You should have had your secretary call in and say, "Hey guys, can you wrap up the Edwin show? Can we get this guy off?"
I'm with you. Next time.
Well, Coach, I wish we could talk to you. Like happy a couple weeks in a row. And last week you asked me to get the defense stuff out of the way first.
So let's do this.
I'm going to honor your wishes.
Okay, good. Here we go.
All right.
Edwin asked me a lot of these questions, so I've already practiced.
Okay,
Edwin's
good.
already asked me these questions. So
I bet he stole my question, that son of a bitch. Okay, I hear a lot of the answers are in the room on the defense. I hear a lot of we don't need to make a change at coach. We don't need to make personnel changes. And I was trying to do this math, and if the personnel is good enough and the coaching is good enough, the only thing that really the only other factor is effort. And I haven't heard you say that your guys aren't giving effort. So if it's not bad effort, it's not bad coaching, and it's not bad players, how does this get better? How does it get better? What can you do? What answer is there in that room?
Well, first of all, I'll say this, and again, I really, like I said, I love these questions, and they're real. Number one, it's definitely not the effort. We critique effort first. Our guys play extremely hard. We're an attacking, aggressive play style. No one can turn on the film and see that we're not running to the football and hitting and all that stuff. But I would say, again, that at different times it's been a little bit of the other too. I mean, it's been, again, some coaching issues that we've not been good enough, myself included. And other times it's been guys not communicating well enough on the field. So, again, when you ask the question the way that you did, which I understand, do we have good enough players to execute this scheme? Absolutely we do. Do we have a good scheme that's flexible enough to do things that, where you play zone and you play it at a higher level than we've played it, and you mix in some more mans and you change it up? And absolutely. We just have not done it on a consistent enough basis, and therein lies the problem. It's like, early in the season we were having a problem giving up explosive passes and this and that, and then, all of a sudden the next thing we go into New York and we're hitting the quarterback, we're affecting the quarterback and all those things. And then, we go into Carolina and we knew they were going to run the football, and we did not do a very good job stopping the run. That's being fair and honest. And, but okay, let's dive into it a little bit deeper. Why? Well, our run fits weren't very good. Okay. Number one. Number two, we didn't tackle great. Number three, again, the front variation, okay, wasn't good enough, in terms of we lived in a little bit too much 4 down front. And so, there's a lot of things that we look at, and I think that's what I love about what we do, guys. And again, I'd love to be having this conversation after a win, and we certainly did enough things to come away from an NFL game with a win, and we didn't do it, and that drives me crazy and the guys crazy. But when you go through the process, there's things that you identify and that you're like, look, we have to fix this. And I would say the ability of us fixing certain things consistently enough as a staff has not been good enough. And that's why, I've been spending more time in the defensive room this week and saying, okay, let me use my expertise about, hey, here's why they're doing this, here's why they're doing that. These are the things that cause problems for us. Let's look at maybe doing this. And I'm in there to support Flus and the staff. I'm in there to ask questions. That's my job as the head coach, because we clearly will play better than we have early on this season, and that's our charge.
You kind of brushed around the edges of it. When you're dealing with the problems and you're trying to find the fix, especially on defense, do you have an attitude of what's the first thing that we got to fix every week? Has it changed from week to week, or is there one consistent thing that you look at and go, this is the first thing we've got to do to get ourselves better? If you've identified it, what is it?
No, it does change every week. I would say the one thing that we've been the most inconsistent with, guys, is communication. And again, and that's what's so crazy is that's one of the, it sounds mundane, but like that's something that should not be a problem. Like, again, because everything gets set up defensively based on how you start your call with where's the close side. So for us, it's getting our guys to understand you can't just say close left, when the tight end comes out to the defense's left. It's got to be close left, close left, close left. Like, you got to be hollering, man. Like, you got to get everybody, because you're talking not to, one guy. It's not like, okay, hey, Kenny Clark, close left. Like, you're telling the post safety, you're telling the field corner, you're telling those guys that. So we have to be better with that. That's number one, the communication, because that's not been consistent enough all year long. And then the other issues have been they change, and it's, like I said, this week it was more of a run game fits. Our fits weren't great. We were getting knocked out of the C gap, which opened up running lanes for Rico and Carolina. And a couple weeks ago it was it was, us not getting aligned right in certain coverages. And another week it was us not being set when they were snapping the ball quick. So I think that's where, as a coach, what you do is you say, okay, hey, guys, look, we're going to make adjustments in our scheme. Everyone understands that. We know that. Anytime you're not doing well, if you don't change anything, you're stupid, right? You're foolish. So, but what people have to understand is we didn't take our playbook and throw it in the trash. We didn't say, okay, this one sucks. Where's the next one, right? Mm-hmm. You say, okay, all right, what can we change 10 to 15% and make it better? Okay, is man-to-man the answer? Well, I don't know. Washington's got a ton of, talented guys that can run all over the field. Are we going to play man-to-man this week? Of course. But when we play zone, guys, we have to play it better. And that means having better width and depth and better eye discipline and all those things. And so that's the chess match that people talk about that as a football coach can get really frustrating. But for, I guess, weirdos like me, I love that shit. I guess I can say shit on this phone. Maybe I can't.
Yeah, you're good.
But, I love that stuff. I love that stuff because that is the chess match that keeps us up at night in a good way.
Well, speaking of the chess match, this is the first time I think this season you guys will face a quarterback who is a queen, can do a little bit of everything, can go wherever he wants. You see what I did there?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't mean that he dresses. I don't mean he dresses funny. But he is a guy who they can put all over the field. He can do a bunch of different things. So the last thing you want to see when your defense is struggling is a guy like Jayden Daniels coming through. What did you see from him last year, and what do you think has changed with him this year? Because I always say when a young quarterback comes in and does what he did last year, it's almost the league adjusts to that. Like they're not going to let Jayden Daniels turn into John Elway in a year. Like the league is going to adjust to him. What adjustments do you think you can make from last year even to what Jayden Daniels is now?
Well, first of all, you said it. The guy is just an incredible talent. He's a dual threat. You don't realize how fast he is till you watch him truly open up and run when he gets out in space. Again, I think it goes back to the fact that, we have to affect him, and there's things that he does well and sees well, and there's certain, coverages that he likes and that he doesn't like. And, but we got to contain him. And that's something, from, again, early on in the season, going back to game 1 against Philadelphia where, we didn't contain Jalen, very well up in Philadelphia. But, again, I think just, the job that Cliff Kingsbury and his staff and DQ and those guys have done with Jayden. Look, you're talking to a guy that's coached a lot of rookie quarterbacks, man. And, Mark Sanchez, Phillip Rivers, guys like that, you go back. Sam Bradford was a second-year player. But, how fast they got him up to speed, man, that's kudos to them. So, they're using him the right way, and at the end of the day, he's extremely dangerous, and he's one of those guys, man, that I think can revolutionize a lot of things because he's so damn talented.
What's the first thing you feel like you need to take away from him? Mobility, keep him in the pocket. Do you want to keep him hemmed, or what's the thing what's the last thing you want your defense to let him do?
Well, we got to stop the running game. He's a big part of the running game. The reason they're leading the league in rushing is he's averaging 50-something yards a game, I think, or something like that. So you got to do that, number one, because we got to be able to take that away. And he's just so dangerous. He's involved with all the run read option stuff where he's reading defensive ends and things like that. And if you let him get started out in space, he's just so dangerous, man. And again, it's a factor of his agility, but also the speed. The speed is different, and that would be the first thing I would say. And because again, you gotta make him play from the pocket.
Let's switch to the side that makes you happy and talk about the offense. Obviously, Dak continues to look like an MVP caliber player. The one thing that was different last week and maybe a little disappointing was the run game. What went wrong with the run last week, and what's the fix on that?
Yeah, again, we own it. It wasn't a good day at all. I think 31 yards rushing is terrible. We own that. We understand that. We did not play physical enough. And going back and looking at take you back a little bit Monday mornings, like when Clayton and the staff and I got together, at the end of the day, we didn't love the run plan either. It's a big physical front, and we want to try to, use some of our outside zone things, and our combination blocks weren't great there. And we didn't communicate things very well, and there was really nowhere to run. Javonte and Jaden, they didn't get a lot of cracks at it. So a lot of different things, but again, we want to own the line of scrimmage, and I think that's the biggest thing. Not to go back, but you asked the question. We didn't own the line of scrimmage last week, and that's why when you win the turnover battle, which we've done now 3 weeks in a row, and it's you're +1 every week, and 3 straight weeks without a turnover on offense is really good. We need to get 4 in a row this weekend, but we did not own the line of scrimmage last week. Carolina did. That's why Carolina found a way to win a close game.
Well, you got 3 that were on track, in your words, to get back. Are we still scheduled to see Booker and CD and the others?
Today's the final test run, but they're all doing really well. I think I'm very, very pleased that they're all coming through practice. And the big thing is you want to see how they feel in the morning. When they're out there running around, you want to kind of see how they feel in the morning. And yesterday they felt great, so we'll see how they are this morning. But they're all trending in a very positive light, which is exciting news.
What we have seen in the time without CD is that George Pickens is really, really friggin' good. How do you manage, keep feeding the hot hand, so to speak, while also working back in the guy who's looked at as your best player in CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah, again, I think it's one of those situations where at the end of the day, you never complain about great players coming back. It's not like, oh, my gosh, we have to play with George and CD this week. Like, this is terrible. You don't think that way, man. We've got good designs, and we're excited about some of the matchups we're trying to create. But, I'm going to speak about George here for a little while just because I think he, number one, deserves it. Everyone knows how great CD is. But, if you would have asked me, guys, probably week 1, week 2, hey, how much do you move George around? I would say, not a whole lot. And since, CD went down, I'm just so proud of George, man, because we have moved him everywhere over the last couple weeks. And I think that's something that I've learned that George really, he loves that. Like, he loves to know he's being moved around and used and put on different routes and things like that. And, I know he played a lot of just kind of the split end and the X for Pittsburgh. But, he's been so impressive with his ability for us to move him and put him in different spots. And I'm just really proud of him, man. And he's on a crazy run, man. And, again, the good news is he'll get a little less attention maybe than he has over the last couple weeks with 88 trotting back out there.
Coach, I love hearing that, finding a player and actualizing him in places you didn't think you could. That's a great story to hear. How much does CD coming back help your run game? What does he do that helps Javonte suddenly find a hole or two?
Well, again, it certainly lends to a little bit more shell defense.
Mm-hmm.
Washington's a big man-to-man team. They love to play man-to-man, and they're not going to shy away from it. They've got very talented edge pieces. They got Amos playing the one corner, and then obviously Lattimore the other, and then they've got a very good nickel, a second-year player from Michigan. But again, when you have guys like CD and George, you do have to think a little bit about maybe we mix in a little bit more cover 4, things like that, just because they're so talented. You want to kind of keep a umbrella on them, but that's the biggest thing. And honestly, both those guys, they actually like to mix it up in the run game. They really do. They like to dig out safeties, and I think it kind of helps them get into the game, the physicality of it.
Well, Coach, I'm gonna get you off the phone because Rob has a bunch of stuff he wanted to talk about the A&M Florida game.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna save you from that. He's been beating his chest. Always, I'm gonna rub it in Shoddy's face about A&M smashing Florida.
I didn't really want to go there, Coach.
I'm not gonna let that happen. So, Coach, we appreciate the time. Best of luck. Hopefully, get this thing back on track, and we'll have better things to talk about next week.
Take care, Coach.
Absolutely, and just do me a favor next week, guys. Just make sure Edwin knows he gets me for like a minute or 2.
That's all. It tops.
Hey, 20 minutes was a little long.
It's overkill. Appreciate the time, Coach. That is,
thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
That is Coach Brian Schottenheimer, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. He and all our guests join us on the Buyers Barricades guest line, and of course, they provide traffic control rental and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. Good stuff there from Shoddy. Still keeping in good spirits, even though I'm sure he's tired of answering the same old questions over and over again.
Cussed.
He said a naughty word.
Said a bad word.
Ooh, he is spicy. 1 hour to go. Morning Huddle 94.1.
on your ride to work. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E and 16004.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-9047.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-9047. That's 800-575-9047.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Feel like hitting the jackpot? At Thomas J. Henry, we're making it happen, and you don't even need to buy a ticket. We're giving away $5,000 in cash every week to 5 people from now till December. And then in December, we're giving 2 lucky winners $100,000 each. No scratch-offs, no numbers to pick. Just go to thomasjhenrylaw.com and enter today. Thomas J. Henry. Big wins. No ticket required. No purchase necessary. See rules at thomasjhenrylaw.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. As you get into your morning commute, we do have an accident, I-10, eastbound at Houston Street. This one has 2 right lanes blocked, about a 10-minute delay. Stop and go from Roland. 1604 westbound, the connector to I-10. We've got an accident, connector ramp partially blocked. Another wreck at I-10 eastbound 1604 and Loop 410 northbound approaching Ingram. That accident's been moved off the main lane. It's now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football offered another thriller as the Old Geezer Bowl went down. The Steelers fell to the Cincinnati Bengals 33-31 on a late field goal. Good news for the Dallas Cowboys. It appears CeeDee Lamb will be returning for Sunday's game after missing the last 3 with a high ankle sprain. And our high school football game of the week is a neighborhood rivalry as Southwest takes on Southwest Legacy. Pregame at 7. Kickoff is set for 7:30 right here. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, yay.
Made it.
Yeah, we got 1 hour of programming left, friends.
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm finishing up.
Exhausted. Oh, Shoddy just wearing us out.
Just be present from here on
He's
out.
just hitting us, hammering us with the hard-hitting questions, and it's like
coming at you.
I'm exhausted when I get off the phone with him. It's like, he's like, when are you going to start doing
I'll
better
tell you
radio?
what, I give him another, and while he seems to be a ride or die with his bro, and I do think Eberflus, when he got the gig, was one of his first calls because they assisted together, and I feel like there's a kinship there. That's wearing thin. It gets a little old when you hear from him. Hey man, I'm having to take time out of my day, and I'm having to go sit into the room. Now he said, we're all working together, but the fact of the matter is, you're taking me away from my defined job as I defined it, and your job as I defined it, and now I'm having to step into your job.
Yeah.
And it's taking away from other stuff. Now, luckily, my offense has been clicking, and I haven't had dumb stuff and haven't had to worry about some extra stuff, so you've got my time. But the fact of the matter is, you cannot sustain this kind of relationship. It just doesn't work.
No, I agree. A lot of people, Alexandra and Claymore, were talking about watching, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins last night and going, man, if we keep picking this way, we could have something like that in Dallas. The problem is, it costs a lot of money, and the Bengals have, let's just face it, a better quarterback than the Cowboys do. And Jamar Chase and I don't know who's a better dude. That's a pretty good.
They're better. That's not. No, Chase and Higgins are better. I love CD and Pickett. They're real good, but they ain't that.
Because I think if you put those 4 guys in a room, I think the Bengals have the first and the 4th best guy.
Yeah,
and I think the Cowboys have the 2nd and 3rd. So I think they're pretty close.
But I think, especially after last night, Chase is so much better than everybody else.
He's absurd.
Last night he was so. Flacco gets all the. How many catches did he have last night?
16.
16 catches, dude.
But that's the other thing is like the Bengals they can't pay Trey Hendrickson because of that. And
well, they could. They're choosing not to. They're Cincinnati, so they're working on a limited budget. The Cowboys would have paid Micah. They would have. They'd have paid him. He'd have been the second highest paid. All that, the same money. Cincinnati, on a matter of principle, isn't. But their history says they never have. And Dallas would pay him. They'll suffer another way. But I don't think. If we're talking about spending money on a defensive lineman, I think Jerry'd pay through the nose, and we'd suffer. Offensive linemen would leave, and we wouldn't be able to pay everybody else. But he'd have a stud defensive lineman and a stud quarterback and one other stud, and just because that's what he believes.
Yeah, so that's what you want. Like, you got to ask yourself, do we want this great or these great skill position players, and at what cost to the rest of the team?
I know Jerry would do it if he could, but I don't think he's going to have access to the player that he would want to pay defensively. I don't think he's. Yeah. I think he'd like to pay Hendrickson. I think if he could make a deal and pay Hendrickson all that money, he would. I think he'd do it today.
I think so too. Well, I don't see why he can't at the end of the year.
But therein is the wave goodbye to Pickens, because they're going to come knocking on his door, because he's doubled his pay.
Yeah. So you got to decide what's your priority. Like, fix it, because the offense is probably good with or without George Pickens, to be honest. And I like George Pickens, don't get me wrong, but the offense is probably going to hum whether he's there or not.
I would like to see, if I had my druthers, and it goes to the theme of this year, your defense over the next couple of years doesn't have to be that good. As long as you can hang on to some skill.
It's got to get to be like average.
Yeah, you got to be 15th. You don't have to be that good. And I don't think you need to have a $25 million defensive player to get there. I don't. I don't think you need to pay Micah that much money a year. I don't think you need to pay Henderson that much money a year. But you're going to have to use all of your draft picks and all of your mid-level free agents on defense. That's where you're going to have to, and just pay the guys you got on offense already. Don't even think you're adding, you're just keeping.
And, quite frankly, you're going to have to do some scheme changing. And that means.
I think that's going to happen before any of the stuff we're talking about. I just can't see Shoddy and Jerry going on week after week after week after week, scoring 30 and 35, and Pickens is playing great. Here comes CeeDee, and he has a game, and Ferguson's finally doing everything and catching touchdowns, and you've got the best running game you've had in 5 years, and you're at 500 because your defense can't stop anything, and you're tired of making excuses.
The other thing that has been a real killer for the Dallas Cowboys is when you are paying guys, you're paying your high-end talent, top-level money, you really have to hit on your draft picks, and missing on Mozzie is brutal.
We could go on and on.
Missing, and I don't know.
There's been more than just Mozzie.
I don't know if Tyler Guyton is a total miss yet, but that's a pretty bad one too, because those are, and Tyler Guyton plays a premium position.
Yeah, he's not an abject bust, but he hasn't played up to his draft level. If he was a 4th-round pick, we'd be high-fiving. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
But he's not.
But, yeah, the Cowboys need to find some impactful guys in the draft. And, you can go back to the 23 draft, which I think now is the time, that's the Mozzie draft. That's a time where we can say, okay, is this guy a success or not? And in the second round that year, they took Luke Schoonmaker. He's a fine player. They didn't need him.
Defensive tackles and tight ends, they've wasted an inordinate amount of time on both of those positions for little outcome. Now, yeah, you're right. Schoonmaker's an NFL player, but you already had one. You had two on the team at the time.
You didn't need him. They took Overshown in the 3rd round, who has shown flashes, but has had a hard time being on the field. So maybe maybe you could save him a little bit of fault. Fehoko was their 4th pick.
Wasted time.
He's
somebody else's wide receiver now, not a good one.
Akeem Richards. That's your draft. Eric Scott, Deuce Vaughn. None of these guys are impacting your team positively. And that's pretty much a whole draft.
Yes.
Where the best thing you got out of it is a defensive end who's usually hurt. Like you cannot miss that badly on drafts and be a competitive team when you pay high-end money.
Well, yeah, and to be repetitively bad. It's not like that was just one bad
that's
year.
one example.
I mean, the 22 draft was better, and I think ideally for Cowboy fan or any fan, if you can draft 3 dudes that are going to get a second contract from you, that's a pretty good draft.
Shape. I agree.
Now, that doesn't mean it's a great draft, but it does mean that they have held down the position you wanted them to hold on to, and you didn't have to invest any more than the average, rate of inflation of paying the next contract. You didn't have to go fill that position. But for the most part, they've been abject failures, especially on the defensive side of the ball, unless somebody just fell in their lap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's an easy draft pick. When Micah just shows up, But it's those little things that, they're paying the price for. And it's the kind of thing that ripples through for years. It's not just one bad year. That's 3 years worth of deficit that you deal with one bad pick.
And really, there's a bad pick, and then there's also bad contracts. Oh. And right now, I don't know if these cornerback contracts that they handed out are good contracts.
Like 5 minutes played, dollar cost? No, they're not good contracts. Just by, how much does it cost for me just to have you on the field, whether you're performing or not? $1 per minute? No, you've been hurt so much. No, it's been terrible.
Yeah, Diggs and Bland have both had and I'm not saying that they didn't deserve getting paid at the time that they did, but they've not lived up to.
Yeah, that's part of being a professional franchise. You paid guys that had earned it, and Diggs did, and so did Bland. A lot of interceptions, a lot of turnovers, won some games, but that's the cost of doing business. They haven't lived up to it because they've been injured, but I'm not mad at them for those contracts. Those are ones we were all cheered when they did them. It was, you kind of had to do it, and they just haven't lived up to it. That's
all right. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's going on in the world outside of sports. I got to tell you about Blue Star Tequila. I'm going to tell you again about Blue Star Tequila. They are outstanding. And when I say outstanding, I'm not talking about like for what it cost. I'm talking about outstanding overall. And Añejo winning double gold at the New York Spirits competition, also winning best in class, which means it was beating out tequilas that were in $800 bottles. That's right, Bubba. And it was the least expensive out of every product that was in the running, and it won the whole damn thing. How about that? Guys, there's so much to love about Blue Star. 100% additive free. There's no flavoring, no sweetening, no coloring. It is the goods, the good stuff only in the bottle, unfiltered as well. And the agave's night harvested, the first and only 100% night harvested agave. It makes a difference. The plant is happier when it's harvested there. Hell, the workers I'm sure are happier too, because up there in Jalisco, it's warm in the day. So happy people, happy booze, and that's what you get with Blue Star. Añejo, that's my favorite. The Reposado, honey Reposado, very delicious. And the Blanco, all of them are outstanding. And you can find Blue Star Tequila at Specs, Costco, Alamo City, and Total Wine. Check it out, Blue Star Tequila.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, 35 northbound just past Cesar Chavez downtown, wreck right lane. 410 northbound 151, that's a stall, left lane blocked. On I-10 eastbound approaching Probant, 2 left lanes blocked with this accident. And another crash at I-10 eastbound Houston Street, right lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Injury Attorneys, available 24/7.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
911, what's your emergency?
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month in San Antonio. 7 domestic violence calls happen every hour. The time to end domestic violence in our community is now. Step out of violence. You are not alone. Call 211 for help. Call 911 if it's an emergency.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Big color, bigger savings. It's Sherwin-Williams' biggest super sale. Get 40% off paints and stains October 17th through the 27th with prices starting at $29.39. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
At Frost, we believe in going the extra mile, like opening more locations to be a part of more communities. Overdraft grace, which means no fee if you overdraw your Frost Personal or Frost Plus account by $100 or less. And the little things like cookies, coffee, or that time when there was a fire at a Fort Worth daycare and Frost Bankers entertained 26 kids with snacks and games until their parents could pick them up. That actually happened. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at 3:25 p.m. The Cowboys are back home after a 2-week road trip, taking on the Washington Commanders. Pre-game starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Woohoo! Oh, it's a celebration, everybody. Yeah. Vic, it's not that kind of a celebration. Put your pants back on.
Sorry.
Come on, bro.
He's having a pants party.
Yeah.
Thought you wanted that.
No.
Not on the air, right? Yeah.
No. And you can't just take your pants off without asking and then say, I thought you wanted that.
Where's your camera, by the way?
Is this camera? Oh, they turned it off?
That's convenient.
Interesting. Why'd they do that?
Well,
because
for obvious reasons.
Because of this.
Man. Hey, normally I like to look at non-sports stuff here, but I did have one more story. And I guess I've got a couple of non-sports that I'll get into, but I did want to hit this. I don't know how much you've seen of this on The Athletic. They are doing a thing called the Betrayal Index, which is basically how a quarterback's team, what a quarterback's performance has been versus the rest of his team.
Okay.
And they take that into account and say, okay, if you're this good, they're this bad, and vice versa. So all 32 quarterbacks are ranked here, and so which means some of them are being there are quarterbacks who are being buoyed by their team.
Because I look at like Buffalo, and I think the difference of what Buffalo would be without Josh Allen and versus with him, and how much he raises that whole team. And then I look at teams that
Josh Allen is 5th on the most betrayed.
Yeah, because I'm actually surprised there's 4 other dudes that have been more betrayed. And betrayal's a big word. I mean, the team is put together with everybody with their responsibilities, and Josh Allen has a lot of responsibility.
Betrayal is.
I mean, his team isn't betraying him.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go that far, but he's just that much better than everybody else.
What this kind of tells you is how, if it's a good team, it tells you how much they're having to carry the load. If it's a bad team, then it feels like betrayal.
So I can't imagine, because Justin Fields is so god awful bad. But he doesn't have a whole lot around him.
The whole team is bad.
Yeah, so he's not dragging anybody down. They're all in the mud together.
Justin Fields has a +4 in the index, which means
he's actually better than the guys around him.
Well, no, +4 is still the defense is. That means the defense is carrying him a little bit.
Okay,
but again, it's not doing you much good.
Number one on Yeah, I was going to say, I can't imagine having. I mean, we've talked about it all year. He's on MVP numbers.
On EPA per play, he is the number 2 ranked quarterback, and the defense special teams rank is dead ass last. So that's a -31.
I want to. This is a valid conversation, because Dak has always been a glass half full, team first. We're all in it together. Rah, rah, rah. We pick each other up. We carry. He has a great company line. And then there's the quarterbacks. Do you think Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, or let's pick another young, Joe Burrow. Let's say Joe Burrow was the Cowboy quarterback and healthy and playing the way that he is, MVP caliber, and he's watching his defense ruin his season. Do you think because Dak's a good dude, would you like to have your quarterback come out and say, you know what, it's time for the defense to step up?
No,
you don't want that?
You can't say that when you're a quarterback.
Well, some can. I don't think Dak ever could. But Tom Brady could. Aaron Rodgers could.
Tom Brady wouldn't, and that's what separates Tom Brady from Aaron Rodgers. Is Aaron Rodgers is a loser, and that's why.
Well, there is something to be said about, there's another side of the ball that needs to put some work together.
You say that stuff
behind the scenes.
You never say that in front of a microphone.
We watched Tua go. Guys were late for meetings, and they blew his ass up.
You can go in the locker room and say, hey, dude, I'm doing my part. You guys got to step up, but you can't say that publicly.
I don't even think Dak's doing that. I don't think Dak's the type, even behind the scenes, like, you guys going to have to step it up. You're ruining this. I don't think he's that kind of guy.
He's doing his team a disservice.
I think he's leading the way he knows how. Like, let's all pitch in, rah, rah, rah. We're not leaving anybody behind. It's just do your job. Where some quarterbacks, I think, behind the scenes, like, cut that guy, cut that fool. That guy can't play. I don't want him. I don't think that's Dak.
Number 2 on the list, Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Even though they're 5-1, they're 5-1 because Baker Mayfield's carrying them.
He's won 2 games by himself.
Number 3 is Lamar Jackson, which, Lamar's not been healthy, but in the games that he did play, he has been very good, and the rest of the team around him has been horrific. Jordan Love is number 4. I mentioned Josh Allen, 5. This one might surprise you. Tua is 6th on the list. Tua has been the 14th best quarterback. The Miami defense has been the 30th best defense.
This is why data does not win football games. Just stats don't win. Yeah, okay, I get the numbers.
All right, on the other side, who do you think has a team that has played well and the quarterback has underperformed?
That's such a hard thing to find. Underperformed but played well. Seattle's played well. Their quarterback's playing great.
Yeah, he's playing great.
San Diego? I mean, the Chargers?
The Chargers? Herbert is 5th from the bottom here. He has been the 22nd best quarterback. The defense has been the 9th best.
And he's a product of an offense, though. I'm not going to put it all on his shoulders, but yeah.
The last guy on this list, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, I almost named him, but,
25th in EPA per play for quarterbacks. The defense is the 5th rated defense. Bo Nix, there in that conversation as well.
I think he defines this stat, quite frankly.
Yeah. Cam Ward is near the bottom of the list here.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco.
On which team?
It's got Joe Flacco combined. It's with it did a little a meld. CJ Stroud, which isn't surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, the defense is elite there. And Jalen Hurts.
Well, that's true.
Jalen Hurts, who is 23rd in EPA per play, defense is 13th. So there you go. I found that interesting. The guys who are doing more with less with more.
Yeah. That's the kind of stat agents keep in their briefcase.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when it's time to negotiate.
By the way, there's one guy who's completely neutral. Caleb Williams.
I guess there's worse things that could happen.
You're
ineffectual. You mean absolutely nothing to
You're riding it out, Bubba. Ride it out. That's all he's doing. Although it does say Jake Browning is just a +1 and Jackson Dart's just a -1, so they're basically pretty neutral too.
After all those interceptions.
Well, Jake Browning's playing behind an offensive line of homeless people.
Pretty much.
No defense.
I suck, but you're worse.
Yeah. All right. I did want. I normally do my non-sport stuff here, and I'll do some, but I just wanted to. I had that on my list today, and I wanted to make sure we got to it because I did find it fascinating.
Where does New Orleans land in this? Where's Rattler? Because I think Rattler's having he's having a better year than I thought he was capable of.
He has been better than I thought. Rattler, he's got to be in the positive. He's a -8, or in the negative, a -8.
Okay.
So Josh Allen was 5th, Tua 6th, Mahomes 7th, Rattler 8th.
Who'd have thought? That's a good number for him.
Yep.
It's a good company to be in.
Then Daniel Jones, Jared Goff round out your top 10.
Of all those players, and there's only one bad team in that list.
No, because remember that Miami's or the Ravens, Miami, and the Cowboys are on that list too. Yeah. And those are all contrary to popular belief, the Cowboys right now have the at least the outward appearance of being a bad football team.
Well, they're 500, kind of.
No,
they have a tie.
No, they're still
perfectly
under
500 in 3 weeks.
But that's just 3 weeks.
Well, that's all that matters to me.
No, that can't be all that matters.
I forget about all the other stuff.
No.
What have you done lately?
No.
What an interesting stat for Dak to have.
To be the most betrayed.
Yeah, I'm the most betrayed player on the team.
Again, not surprising.
Well, there's a lot of Dak haters who would have thought this would have never been the case.
You know what? And probably put me in that category.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the people who said paying Dak this exorbitant amount of money is foolish. And
it's still too much.
I still might be right on that.
But
because I said you're paying Dak like he's the best player in the world, and
he's kind of doing it.
He's probably about, and even this year be damned. He's been very good this year, but I think net he's probably about the 10th best player in the world. So when you pay the 10th best guy like he's the best guy,
well, now he's about the 10th best paid player in the world. After that deal, there's been guys that have lapped him. So now he's actually kind of playing to his money.
Who's passed him since then?
And there are a couple 3 quarterbacks that
I know Burrow has. I think that might be it though.
I thought we had 2 more deals that had come through.
I think so.
Well, they all have different reasons to proclaim greatness. Most per year, most average, longest.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Biggest signing.
But either way, just paying him that money, my thought was more about how you're going to distribute money around the rest of the team. Now we see Micah Parsons go away, although they can say that it isn't necessarily because of money.
This wasn't because of money. Now, when we talk about Pickens, and we already have, then we're going to start talking about this is why. This is the money problem.
Yeah. All right. In the world outside of sports, Kim Kardashian.
Who'd have thought that this garment would ever need to be applied? That this is the thing now.
Kim Kardashian has admitted now, in hindsight, that in 2010 she did a photo shoot for Elle magazine. She was 29 years old. Justin Bieber was 16. And she now says it was inspired by the 1967 movie The Graduate. And it says, she says that at the time, she didn't realize what it looked like. But she says, in hindsight, I probably should have been canceled for that. She says, hindsight is a beautiful thing. Now we can look back and that was absolutely not appropriate. Whoops. Maybe her life has changed. I mean, she's a little less crazy now that she's divorced Kanye. Like she's
almost got a law degree.
She's almost grown up.
I thought you were going to bring up an entirely different story.
No, what story did you want me to bring
up?
up?
Story with her new clothing line.
No,
but she's released a line of thongs that have full
merkins.
Full merkin. You can buy your own personal merkin.
What?
And they've sold out. Yeah.
I don't want that.
Do they have plus size?
Oh gosh.
You want to
just Google it? Just Google Kardashian and merkin, okay. And there's a wide selection of apparel that you can buy with a different rug already there. You could change hair color.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Which one would you get, Vic?
You want to date a redhead?
Well, I got my wife a blonde wig, so probably
you'd have to match.
Yeah, I'll have to get one to match.
Carpets and drapes thing going on.
It feels like sleeping with another woman, but not.
You got your wife a wig?
Yeah, she has for our role play.
Yeah,
she's got a.
Your wife wears that during sex?
Yeah,
for a little while.
Well, for a little bit.
Sometimes I put it on.
Yeah, and I'll put it on sometimes, and I'll start.
Now you got another piece to add to the.
I don't know
little party.
I don't know how my wife would feel if I asked her to put on a wig during sex.
And I start doing this. Yeah.
Just put these on. You don't need to talk.
See, it's like sleeping with another woman, but not really. Or at all.
New bush panties can't hurt me if they're just a joke, right? They're a joke, right?
I'll be damned. I mean,
TikTok user claimed to have bought 5 different styles.
And these are sold out?
Oh, they're all gone.
Oh, yes.
You can match them up. You can switch them up midday. You can do all kinds of stuff. Life is a redhead.
Look, peeking out of the bikini.
A little something on the side.
Do you know who Sia is?
Yes.
Is that a performer? Yeah.
Yeah. Sia is getting a divorce. She's been married since December of 2022 to a man named Daniel Bernard. And Daniel says, I'm going to have a hard time maintaining the luxurious upper-class lifestyle that I got used to when I was married to her. Now, mind you, they're only about 3 years into, not even a full 3 years into this.
He has played a vital role in her success, and he should be paid.
He claims he was financially dependent on Sia after he quit his job to run a short-lived medical business with her.
Mm-hmm.
And the court filings say they had more than $400,000 in monthly expenses for private jets, holidays, high-end dining, and several full-time staff members. He said that the temporary support order he is seeking is necessary because Sia was the breadwinner in our marriage. We never needed to monitor our living expenses. And he said, I've got to renew my certification and practice as a doctor again. It'll take several years of training, and I have to pass these rigorous exams. And I'm going to need to help. I'm going to need legal costs and forensic accounting. And so what he's asking for, $250,000 a month from Sia. Now, when Sia filed for divorce, she requested legal and physical custody of their baby. And when I say their baby, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl because I'm going to read you the name, and you tell me boy or girl. Somersault Wonder Bernard.
What? You named your child Somersault?
Somersault Wonder Bernard.
I kind of like it, actually.
It's a them, is what it is.
Okay.
Somersault.
Summer? Right?
Somersault?
Well,
cartwheel?
She requested...
handspring? Get over here.
She requested full custody, although she has said that visitation rights would still be considered for him. She previously adopted 2 boys who had been aging out of the foster care system in 2019. I hear... $250,000 for spousal.
Still, if this was a he and a she was seeking it, would this even be news?
No. But also,
she's worth $30 million. $250,000 ain't much.
Okay, she's taking care of the kid.
I'm just saying, if things were flipped,
you're a grown ass man. Like, I don't believe in spousal support. Like, I believe in child support.
We have to separate that. And luckily, you're in the right state to be able to say that. But there's a lot of places where you get to live the lifestyle of which you have become acquainted with, accustomed to, and acquainted with. So if he was a her and she was a him, and this wouldn't even be newsworthy.
Well, I mean, and everybody goes through this in life. There's parts of your life where you're making great money and parts where you're making less. Like, I no longer have a $250,000 a year job.
You could go to the judge to adjust things, but as we sit right now, she got $35 million there, and you're asking for $250,000. That's an easy yes from a judge.
But to me, when you're an adult, you have some responsibility.
We're not talking that, though. This is the justice system, not the fairness system.
Yeah.
And if we flip that and we go, she's asking for $250,000 and he's got $35 million, everybody go, give her the money.
Yeah.
It's a problem. But it's a dude that's asking for it. Everybody goes, hey. Well, I'm just saying that he very well could have quit his gig and done everything he did to support her, and suddenly she gets rich and moves on. Yeah, give him the money.
Okay. Maybe just you can't go on private jets anymore because you're not married to Sia now.
Well, that's easy for you to say. Right. I'm used to this. I'm not a poor.
I'm used to that.
I'm married Sia. No, I'm not. I got $250,000 a month.
The judge hasn't made a ruling on this. That's what she's seeking, so
Female
we'll see.
Judge?
I don't know.
She's Australian, though, right?
Is she a red
I
judge?
think she's
or
Australian.
A blue judge?
I don't know what the Aussie rules are.
Maybe that's why she named her kid Somersault.
Somersault. That alone's worth $1 million. I'm going to fine you $1 million just off the top.
Just for that.
$250K a month, though. Give me a break. I'm just saying.
He had to work for that, man. I think that's easy.
He didn't do anything.
He had to make reservations.
I doubt he did that. She's got an assistant.
Look handsome for her.
She's got an assistant.
That's
to work
a lot
out.
Of pot, man.
That's
$250K a month.
Good work if you can get
We'd
it.
have so many good breakfast tacos.
Oh, my goodness.
Imagine how many wigs I can buy with it.
Oh,
man, I can buy about 10 or 12 of them.
Oh.
The good ones too.
You could buy
You could have every merkin.
You could have every one of the merkins. You could have a lot of stuff is all I'll say.
Yeah.
All I'll say. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
That defense looks loaded to me. You know, I don't have wet dreams when it comes to men, but when I think of this defense, I have, I wake my wife up in the middle of the night and we practice making babies because I'm that excited about this defense.
You going to be okay, ND? Do you need a minute?
Needs a cigarette, I think.
You might need something.
Started reaching for the baby oil, but then I was like, Puff Daddy bought it all, so I can't get baby oil. That's what this Texas defense does.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to SASportsStar.com now and register to win. SASportsStar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Morning Huddle, 94.1. Frank says Minix is used to the jet life. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he gets the private plane treatment.
Yeah, I mean, what if it, I mean...
I got a Via bus card.
I don't even have that. My son had to drive and pick me up from the airport yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was, like, pissed about it.
Oh, traffic or what? Or
No, it was just late.
Having to do something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have time for this, Dad.
Oh, I'm real busy, you know.
Objects at rest tend to stay at rest.
Real busy watching the YouTubes and playing video games and tugging on parts of my body and stuff. eating your food.
No, he's too busy in the Taco Bell drive-thru.
I'll tell
right?
you, Newton's law of motion is proven more by 19-year-old men, boys, than anything else. You'll get a job, you'll get moving again.
Yeah.
He's starting soon.
He's starting soon.
He'll get active.
All right. Let's take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
All right, Blue Jays at the Mariners. Game 5, 2 apiece. Kevin Gausman at Bryce Miller.
Home team's got to win eventually, right?
Blue Jays are minus 115 now, so they've taken it was minus 110 both ways. Blue Jays took a little bit of money. They are a slight favorite here over the Mariners. I don't know if the home team's got to win. You would think
at some point, right? But
you would think.
I don't think it'll happen tonight. Well, I do actually. I think Seattle will win one for the Gipper.
Win one for the dumper.
For Ichi.
The Brewers are at the Dodgers. No announced pitcher for the Brewers. I think they're going to try to bullpen it, which seems unfortunate when you're in an elimination game.
That's when it's all you got. It's all you got.
The Dodgers using a part-time pitcher in Shohei Ohtani and are still minus 205 favorites.
Part-time
expected to get the
I
job
think that needs to
done.
be whenever he shows up on TV, the scroll should be Ohtani part-time pitcher, bench pitcher.
Yeah, and then he'll probably go 7 innings and strike out 13 dudes.
Not even a bullpen pitcher. He's a bench
He's
pitcher.
just a guy. Rams are at the Jags. That's on Sunday morning.
Early morning.
3-point favorites in London, taking on the Jaguars.
I'd like to see Jags win just to throw the NFC into a little bit of who knows kind of situation, although I don't think they will.
Pats are at the Titans. I've got a clean 7. I'm going to take the Titans plus 7.
Whooping them.
I'm going to take the Titans
You like
here.
the Titans?
I'm going to take the Titans.
Crazy, man.
Eagles at the Vikings. Give me the Vikes. Vikes plus 1.5. I'm getting points. I think they're the better team, quite frankly. I certainly believe they've got better coaching, and they are coming off a bye. I like all those things.
The last thing you said was the most important thing you said. They are coming off a bye, and they're healthier.
Raiders taking a little bit of money. Raiders now plus 11.5 at Kansas City. Some people are starting to figure it out. I like the Raiders. I know Chiefs getting healthier. Get Rashee Rice back this week. That helps. But the Raiders just find a way to play them tough. And
they need their tight end to be healthy.
That would help. Panthers at the Jets. Panthers minus 1.5 at the Jets. You love the Panthers this week.
I do. I think this is one of those moments in this franchise that they haven't had in a minute. Go get a big road win.
They need to. They need to prove it. If they want to be looked at as respectable, this is a good chance to do it. Bears 4.5 hosting the Saints. The Dolphins are plus 2.5 at Cleveland. What a gross game. Giants plus 7.5 at the Broncos. I've said it before. I like the Giants. I think that the Broncos are going to have a hard time running away from them. I think the Broncos win.
Yeah.
But the Giants have some energy right now, man. They really
hand
do.
Hand it to Scattaboo, man. Don't just take it out of Dart's hands. Don't let them beat themselves. They'll be in it.
I imagine if the Giants had Malik Neighbors right now, I'd be kind of interested in them. But Chargers hosting the Colts. Chargers 1.5 point favorites. I think we both like the Chargers. Oh no, you like the Colts. We're against each other on this one.
I like the Colts. Again, now we're talking.
How about the Pack 7-point road favorites at Arizona?
This is a game you got to go down there and whoop them.
I think they probably will. I still no word on Kyler Murray. But again, Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, they look good.
They looked pretty decent last week. Commanders minus 2.5 in Dallas. I like the boys. I like Dallas to get it done here. I like the over more. I think 54.5. It's going to be a bunch of points.
They should beat them. This is a game they should win, but, man, it's going to be hard.
And, oh, no. It's going the opposite way on me. Falcons now 2-point favorites. Or 2-point underdogs, excuse me, at San Francisco. I was hoping to get.
Is that because Kittle's playing?
I think so. Yeah. I'm hoping. No, that maybe it's bad news because there's money. The Niners are taking money.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
Oh yeah. No, excuse me. The Falcons are taking money because the Niners they're down to 1.5. They were at 2.5
maybe
before.
Kittle playing. It's a net
maybe
negative.
Kittle's. I don't know. I don't know.
This is a game. The 49ers, unfortunately, are going to be a part of it, it appears, two kind of franchise-altering games. The Jacksonville game really kind of altered the Jacksonville trajectory, at least for this year, and this could do the same thing this week.
Yeah, it really could. Football tonight, Louisville at Miami. Louisville plus 13.5 on the road. Give me the Cardinals.
I'm rooting for the Cardinals just for fun, but I think this is the kind of game that if Miami does it right, they could put their quarterback in Heisman contention and keep themselves in the top 4 and ready for a playoff bye.
Nebraska's at Minnesota. It's Corn. They're 7-point favorites on the road. I like that 7 better than I liked 7.5. That's tough. If it's 7, I'd take Nebraska. Outside of 7, probably pass. San Jose State's at Utah State tonight. That's Utah State, a 4-point favorite. And, what a matchup we got. Who would have thought the great Bill Belichick going on the road to the Cal Golden Bears, where California is an 8.5-point favorite. Gross.
If a tree falls in the forest and nobody sees it, it'll make a sound.
I won't see it. I've got no idea what's going to happen in that game. I'm not staying up to watch that garbage. LSU at Vandy, big game tomorrow. I like under 48.5. Vanderbilt, a 1.5-point favorite.
That's going to be a fun early game.
I like also Duke, 1.5-point favorite against Georgia Tech. Another good early morning matchup. Washington's at Michigan. I wanted to bet Washington, but I just can't do it with these teams traveling, like these West Coast teams traveling. It's almost an auto fade for me.
Well, I know that Washington is a tough football team. That's what I can tell you is they're tougher than any Washington football team I've seen in the past. Are they tough enough for the road? I don't think so, but they're tough.
TCU, 3-point favorite hosting Baylor. Should be a good game. I don't have a great feel for it, but it should be a good game. We talked about Oklahoma and South Carolina. I like under 42.5.
I like your under, but I do like Oklahoma on the road.
You do like them?
Yeah.
All right. What about your Ags at Arkansas, 7.5? I think I like the Pigs.
Yeah, I think this will be a little bit tougher than the Aggies expect, but I don't think it'll be bad. I think they win, but it'll be closer.
7.5, a lot of points.
Yeah.
UTSA at North Texas. I'll tell you what, man. I watched that North Texas defense last week. They cannot stop inside zone, and that's what Traylor wants to run. I think that UTSA may have a lot of success on the ground here.
I hope so. They're walking into homecoming, so it's going to be a rather rabid environment. And this truly is, in my mind, UTSA's biggest rival.
Okay.
I really do think that the players kind of look at it like that. And maybe coaches don't, but this is one of those – they're going to have to play this weekend. They're not as good as I think they thought they wanted to be right now, but they're good enough to beat UNT.
Texas State's at Marshall. Texas State, a 3-point road favorite. Texas State stunk the last couple weeks. If you can't put up numbers on Marshall, you're in trouble. This is a bad defense.
Yeah, I don't like this number. And this is a roadie too, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't like this one at all.
Texas State better bury these guys. If they don't, there's real concern. Texas Tech, a 7-point road favorite at Arizona State. Like I said, that went down from 10 with the news that the Arizona State's going to have their quarterback again. Texas, a 13-point favorite on the road at Kentucky. Give me the Wildcats. I think Texas wins, but 13 points, give me a break.
The arrogance of picking Texas 13 over Kentucky and A&M only 7 over Arkansas. Think of the disparity there.
Yeah. No, that is.
It's a very strange. Just those two schools and the opinion of both. I'm not saying they're not both right, but it's a very interesting 13.5.
It's ridiculous number. All right, that does it for us, friends. We'll be back on Monday, and make sure you check us out on 550 KTSA coming up at noon today. 210-654-5151.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only